Warning! The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the beliefs of their peers, the guests, their boss, and YouTube.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, how is everyone doing tonight?
Doing good, man. I peeped
Well,
that background you had, bro. That was cool.
oh, the Hollywood Hogan blanket. Yeah, I found this and
No,
hung it up.
I saw your JCW lunacy background you just
Oh,
had.
I was messing around with it, but the only problem is it makes my headphones look weird. Like it's constantly flashing, and I don't know how eye appealing that would be. Like I'll put it on, and you'll see what I mean here. Just 1 second there. So we'll just go back to widescreen.
No, it's
Clothing
hard,
wise,
bro.
I'm fine, but you can see the headphones look funny.
Nice.
It's hard though. Like you can bet you. It's like it's passable. Like it won't. It won't.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was thinking, because I want to change it up, maybe get
See,
some,
like when
you
you
know.
turn your head, it doesn't look awkward
Oh.
because you can see the headphones.
Okay, but usually I sit like this, kind of lean back. I mean, I swear I'll change it back. Not better.
Oh, Jerry has all the clout. People are here to see Jerry.
Get a sip hood, yeah.
Ah, Sea Brew.
What up, C-Brew?
Hello, Steve Brew. Okay. So I was waiting for Paladin and others who was joining. How was it, the Juggalo weekend?
Dude, some of the stuff we got to talk about off air. You know,
Oh.
all the trouble we got into.
Hey, I did tell you, man, when you go to a Juggalo show, you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like a moment, like an event that you'll never forget.
Tommy's got that smile.
it was fire. It was fire,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change the background for this one.
Look at that.
I'll
Tommy's
mess
got that certain smile. He was
Yeah,
up
I
to
can't
something.
stop smiling, bro.
So I got my Violent J shirt for tonight. It's one of the ones I have. Got my necklace.
Yeah. No, Jerry, you should have been there, bro. I wish you guys were there.
I was actually having a blast watching Elimination Chamber.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
see,
And it was actually worth watching because all my predictions, except for one, all went to shit.
dude, Randy Orton, the winner.
Yeah,
man.
that shocked me. Now,
I thought
after
you
the
would.
show, it got even better because Nick
Oh, yeah.
Aldis literally got into a shoving match with Drew McIntyre on the post show.
Damn.
I'm aware of that one. Yeah.
And to show you how much loyalty he has to Cody on SmackDown, Cody's going to try and he's going to take a shot at Drew McIntyre for the belt. And I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to win it. And it's going to be Cody and Orton main event for either night 1 or night 2.
I don't know. It's too early to Mania. Like it's too close to Mania for them to change belts now, I think.
As of now, counted today, it's 38 days until night 1 of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I didn't
hold it
watch the
against
chamber-
them for sure, but
I didn't watch the chamber, obviously. From what I've heard, what happened. I went on a Cornet style rant on Chris's stream last night, mainly about the Danhausen, how there was lack of swerves, nothing really happened. It was skippable.
Yeah, that was
And-
the only, to me, just my opinion, the only thing that was shitty when he came out of that coffin.
And I talked about this on the last show. I guarantee what happened was they wanted to have
Not yet,
Jericho.
T-Brew.
Wasn't it? First 18.
uh,
I think this is what happened. They wanted to get Jericho originally, but when they found out he can't get out of his contract and Tony Khan added time, like frozen his contract, they're probably thinking, "Oh fuck!"
Okay.
yeah.
Then now what would we do? Like then they're like, okay, he's free. Let's bring him in." And we all said if it was not Jericho or Vince McMahon or a big reveal, it was gonna flop, and Chicago booed it out of the building.
Well, to me, I think it would have been better maybe like if The Undertaker would have come out and announced another inductee for the 2026 Hall of Fame. That would have
Yeah.
been better. That would have been
Probably.
much better.
And I have an issue with Punk not only wrestling for 20 minutes when his cardio is shit, but why? Okay, if you want to have some fun with it, if you guys remember, I wish AEW stepped. Oh, I'm sorry that.
Wait,
Sorry, I missed
I
it.
got you.
I wish AEW stepped their game up. They're so much
I
better when
agree,
they started.
Seabrew.
I agree. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of AEW now because it's not my wrestling.
What's up,
But
Paladin?
I thought 2019,
Sup,
like the first
guys?
5, 6 episodes were good. Hey, my Irish friend. How's it going, my friend?
Yeah,
Sir
it is going
Paladin.
good.
I'm gonna
Good
finish
to
my
see you,
train of
Jerry.
thought before we start there. They're Jerry and Tommy. Do you guys remember? Okay, WrestleMania 15 was Rock and Austin, right? And they did the Deadly Game Survivor Series where The Rock won in November. They had a subplot from November 98 till March of 99, and that was The Rock and Mankind for the belt. They could have done something similar if Balor won the belt last night. That kind of make the build a little bit more interesting.
Yeah,
That way
that's
it's
what I
a
was
surprise.
thinking.
Yeah, like that way it would have been more of a
which-
surprise. People been holy shit, Balor just won the champion. Now what?
Because
Yeah.
I do believe there's a Saturday night's main event this month.
I was gonna say, okay, we've got 38 days now
Yeah,
till night one.
in-
Are they
in
doing the
the,
Martian?
Well, in the almighty words of Peter Griffin, oh God, who the hell cares?
Oh wait, hey, maybe I can't do because that's so fucking flop. Oh my god.
Damn, Paladin.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I'd rather stick needles in my eye.
Okay. So Seabrew says
Okay.
I was a Bullet Club fan and watching Cody and the Bucks and Hayner put AEW together was amazing. To each
Yeah.
their own opinion. Like I said, I watched AEW. I caught the first pay-per-view they did in Vegas before Dynamite was a thing. I enjoyed most of it.
I will say this. I was shocked to know that Balor created the Bullet Club. I was just like, he
No.
did? I
Yeah,
thought
he
it
was. the
I
founder.
like yeah, he was known as Prince Devitt on the Indies,
Mhm.
and I was again that was a shock to me that an Irishman actually started the Bullet Club, and then he got
Yeah.
some good members. He got some good members. Like AJ Styles was one of the best ones.
Yeah, AJ kicked him out and took over. I do know that. I don't know too much Bullet Club history, but I know AJ
I
when
do.
he came in, he kicked him out of Bullet Club there. Another comment here I'm seeing here. We'll give a couple more minutes to see if anyone else joins.
Was Adam
anyone.
Cole a member of Bullet Club?
Yeah.
Adam Cole. Yeah, he was good too.
Yeah,
before
Adam
he
Cole
retired.
was. Cody,
Ken-
the Young Bucks.
Kenny was because he took over
Yeah,
after AJ.
yeah, Kenny was. Kenny.
Yeah. Kenny
Yeah.
Olivier, yeah. Gallus and Adam Sam were there for a while. I know that, the tag team.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize why.
The alleged molester, Martin Scroll.
Yeah.
Now I just realized why Paladin's so grumpy. Tiffy Time got the hell kicked out of her elimination chamber.
I am annoyed by that because it's like Rhea Ripley. Like this is the Hulk Hogan problem all over again. Rhea Ripley is like the Hulk Hogan of the women's division. She just has to be in the main event all the time.
True.
And you get blue in the face from it. I mean, come on, she's had her glory. You know, put
Yeah.
over young people. That's what I would do.
They said they were going to push
Right.
Roxanne Perez like a year
Like,
ago, and they've pushed
yeah.
her, but she should be.
It
a
kind
main
of
event.
stopped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she should have
Yeah,
been in there.
it was like,
The thing is,
Can't get
like at my age, at the age of 34, right? Let's say if I was a wrestler and I was a veteran, I'd be putting over the young guys. I'd be saying, so who's an up and coming guy that you think you can back? And they say, I'd say,
I would say Javon Evans.
yeah.
there's
I'd say,
something
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I'll work with him, no problem. And yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Javon's still green. Like he got exposed in the Rumble a little bit. He was doing botches. But those
True.
are things that he's gonna get way better at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're fine.
He's got potential. I see something in him.
It takes time. It's
Yeah.
when you're a young wrestler, it takes time and patience. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? Like you're not going to be good at it straight away. It's like you kind of need to work on, say, your balance or work how you move through the ropes.
Yeah, 10,000
Yeah.
hours they say is how long it takes to get good at something.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
eventually
competition.
it'd be eventually like riding a bike. They never forget.
True.
That's very true. Very true.
And
We'll give a couple more minutes just to see if Hobo and anyone else joins before we start.
Yeah,
So
I
we just
know.
chatted.
Isaac said he couldn't make it, and John was already going to bed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Chris is busy because his what you call his tablet thing is not charged. So if anything, he'll join later if he does. That way, he doesn't sound robotic on his phone. There.
Yeah, I'm
oh,
up
he's got
to.
that dialect voice.
Yep.
Welcome to my
Yes.
dialect poetry reading.
Yeah, we'll
This
give a couple more
poem is
minutes here.
called Daffodils. Exterminate daffodils.
Exterminate.
Hey, I'm the only robot. Ha 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 ha. Daddy Vince would not like if there's other robots here. Oh, and we got a comment here. Okay, my homeboy, final boss engaged from Russo's brand. Hell yeah,
What
he's
up,
lurking.
Final boss.
FBE's in the house.
Yes,
Final
dude.
boss, we're just waiting a couple more minutes, see if a friend of ours joins. If not, we'll start. If not, it might be a 4-piece. But no, I didn't watch The Chamber, but with the exception of Tommy, I messaged you guys of my 4 suggestions I would have done to try to make the show better and get people talking. I talked about surprising the people Balor winning. With reasons, you know, you
Whoop,
can
whoop.
then do something with that.
Did we
Whoop,
talk
whoop.
about that on the podcast this week?
Bro, I've been whoop wooing for like 2 days straight, bro.
Yeah, you'll get used to clown love. That's the
If that's
jester.
what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's code. That's code for
Like, what up, ninja? Yeah,
guess
that's
who
what
I
it is.
met? Two
Let's
Tough
see here.
Tony.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good.
Dude, a legend in independent wrestling.
I've even heard of him.
Yeah.
Well, when JCW was doing the Slam TV show on the internet back in 2007, he was one of the top baby faces, and that's where I discovered Too Tough Tony was season 1 of Slam TV. And I was like, okay, this guy is good. And they were doing the whole angle, 2-year undefeated streak. He has never lost in 2 years, but he doesn't want to go after the belt because his homeboy has it. He lost the winning streak because Tracy Smothers' daughter was the crooked referee, and Smothers got the pin. Then they got him at Boondocks, who was a rapper and psychopath at the time, feuding with Tracy Smothers. It was good shit back then. I wish there were more of us online. I always loved Too Tough Tony. He was a good wrestler. And still is.
Yeah. He's cool as fucking person too. I was like, dude, let me buy you a drink. He's like, nah, man. And he said he would do the podcast for free.
Really?
Yeah, he said just message me and we'll do something.
Oh yeah.
You guys contact info and all that?
Yeah, I got his Instagram. I'll hit him up, just try to get a
Word.
date.
And same thing on
Oh,
my end.
yeah.
I've heard back from Vito. I assume he was busy this weekend. That's why I am push on it. I'm waiting till Vince gets back to me later this month about rescheduling now that he's settled.
Oh yeah.
Then we'll
Yeah,
go
people
from
been
there.
asking me about that Vince Russo show.
Yeah, I'm talking a bit on that because
I'm like, celebrities, man, and his dad got sick the same week
Yeah.
you were supposed to do it.
Yeah, I'll get into details for those that are
on
wondering. here.
Rumble want to see that one.
Mhm. So for those that don't know, okay, yes, I mentioned I'm part of Russo's brand for 16 months. A few weeks ago, or sometime last month, I should say, we were going to have Vince appear on the show. We had a time and a date that he was going to do it, but at the very last minute, his dad, unfortunately, was having issues breathing and suffered a heart attack. He had fluid in the heart that was going to the lungs. And Vince then got a second phone call saying that his dad may not make it. And he panicked and he wanted to go spend time with his dad. And that's when he told me, I got to put this on hold. I have to go spend time with my dad. And hey, family's first, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
as for good news, his dad is doing much better. He's gaining his weight back. He's eating. He's moving around again. He's just trying to take it easy. Matter of fact, Papa Russo wants to go back to playing softball. Like, he's ready to get back out there, but he's doing much
Wow.
better.
Hell yeah. Shout out Papa Russo, man.
Yeah, awesome guy.
Yeah,
Like
big
Papa
shout out,
Russo,
yeah.
cool guy. Very cool guy. As for Vito, I don't want to be that guy that's harassing him. He hasn't forgotten about us. I know he's busy. I
Yeah.
gave him the dates that we do it. Just waiting to hear back. We gotta play the patient game, and that's the respect thing to do.
Oh, sure. Look, I'm always respectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you keep pressing and pressing and pressing, they're not gonna do it. Then we're looking like marks at the end of the day.
Right.
All right. So I guess we're a 4-piece. I guess we'll start. If anyone joins in, we'll just keep on going here.
Yes, sir.
And same as usual, I don't have a particular order, just seat of my pants, really. All right, so
Yeah.
I want to start with the great news that was announced last week's Raw. AJ Styles inducted into the 2026
Oh,
WWE Hall of Fame.
I
Undertaker
like
made a
that.
surprise appearance while AJ was cutting his farewell promo, and he surprised AJ with the announcement that he'll be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame class. All right, I gotta say this. I was a big AJ fan during TNA. If I had to pick a favorite TNA wrestler that was built in that company, it was AJ. It was awesome seeing him in that company. I never thought I'd see him in the WWE. We did. He had a great career. He is a great guy. He busted his ass. He was a good family man. At the end of the day, AJ, buddy, thank you for the memories he gave us wrestling fans throughout the years.
Oh yeah.
Godspeed. Congratulations. And as a matter of fact, AJ, he announced that on Gallows and Anderson's podcast, he's signed a new deal with the WWE to work with the younger men and women to help them get better, whether that's an agent or a trainer. Whoever he picks, he's going to do fantastic. So, AJ, good luck, buddy. You're going to do well. Happy
Yeah.
retirement, my friend. Cheers to you.
Well said. What about you, Jerry?
Oh, I saw it live on Raw, and I cried
Mm.
because
Yeah, he deserves it.
when Undertaker come out, and at first they started talking, I started thinking, maybe they'll do one last match. And Undertaker talked about how, his last WrestleMania match was against AJ. And I thought, oh, they're going to do a rematch? That'd be something. And then when he started talking the Hall of Fame talk, I was like, excellent. And then boom, he gave the announcement. And I loved it.
Hell yeah, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm just happy for him, man. I really am happy for him. And he was a guy, I forgot to mention, we'll go to you, Paladin, that you never thought you would see, not only never see in the WWE, but got the pushes he did. Yes, argument can be made. Vince McMahon pushed him better than Triple H. But look at his first year. He debuted at the Rumble, had a good showing. He wrestled one of Vince's top guys, Jericho, at WrestleMania 32. Worked with Roman Reigns, the main event of Payback. He beat John Cena at SummerSlam and won the title in his first year. Not bad in his first year.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Oh, that shows Vince like, okay, this guy's good.
Yeah, his first year was phenomenal.
No pun intended.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Paladin?
Well, when it came to AJ Styles, now I didn't see him. He was in WCW for a brief stint before they closed their doors, so I didn't get to see him. But he did make his home in TNA. He started in the very beginning. He was one of the foundations of the X Division. Him and Jerry Lynn were one of the sort of pioneers of the X Division, and he made it special, becoming the first X Division champion.
Yep.
He would later get the NWA World's Heavyweight title, and he would carve out so much for that company. And I'll never take this away from him. It is the house that AJ Styles built because he was there from the very start.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was looking back at his TNA stuff, I never imagined I'd see this guy, facing off against the legends that I grew up with, like even a Sting, a Kurt Angle, a Jeff Hardy when he debuted, people like Abyss, wrestling people like Samoa Joe. They've had great matches.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett. And,
Mhm.
it's just unbelievable how much he achieved. Now, I saw him near the tail end of his TNA career, and I was like, okay, so this was my thought process at the time. He's probably just going to do his indie craft. He's not going to come to our side of the fence. He ain't going to. He ain't going to come to Stamford, Connecticut. So it's the Royal Rumble 2016. Roman Reigns won versus all, and I hear the music for number 4, and I just went completely berserk. I got to see AJ Styles in the WWE, and I saw he wouldn't come here. I thought this place, he wouldn't. But I was wrong. And over that next year, I was just watching AJ Styles stuff, and I saw why he was called the Phenomenal One. I saw why he had earned his moniker, he earned his reputation, earned nicknames. He wrestled with Jericho, John Cena, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. He's wrestled with Ambrose. He's
Brock Lesnar,
wrestled with Brock Lesnar.
Undertaker.
Undertaker. I mean, people that I grew up with that were huge legends, and I was just like, well, he actually could hang with us, because I thought, come on, are you going to hang with us or are you just going to flop? I was wrong, 100% wrong, and a big congratulations to this man. You deserve to be in the Hall of Fame after 10 years of being in people's living rooms, in WWE living rooms, and for just putting on a show every single night, whether it be TNA, whether it be in WWE. Thank you so much. And enjoy your Hall of Fame status. Much deserved.
Well said. So,
Tommy.
yeah, so there's not much more to say than, congratulations. Like, when an independent wrestler comes to WWE, no one expects them to be, the main event. But AJ Styles was that independent wrestler who was always good enough for the WWE. And I forget who he used to wrestle back in the day. He wore the mask at TNA. Abyss. I think his name is Abyss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Big Paul guy with curly hair. Yeah, that's Abyss.
Yeah, their matches
Lockdown 2005.
were crazy, man. Like, I've only seen the clips because, like, I wasn't really into the TNA independent wrestling scene at the time. And I'm much younger, so like all this shit happened when I was, at school or whatever. And but when he did come to WWE, that's when I learned about him, and like always have been impressed. And shout out Dysik. I know Dysik loves AJ Styles, and he would have a lot to say. So on Friday we'll get his thoughts, but that's all I got to say is congrats.
Absolutely. And with AJ, I got to see him live one time at a SmackDown house show in 2017. He was the Intercontinental Champion at the time.
Nice.
And the main event was a triple threat. It was him versus Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. And he tried to get heel heat. He tried to make the announcers say the face that runs the place and wants to get out of Saskatoon as fast as he can. Maybe a short boo, but throughout the match, AJ was like the most over guy on the show. And he won and the place popped.
Yeah, he was a popular heel.
Yeah,
I like him both.
he was. Yeah, he could do both, and he did it. Yeah, and eventually he got good at using the mic. He was a bit rusty at the start, but then he learned how to use it. Speaking of Abyss, I actually saw a match between him and Abyss. It was in a cage. I just saw how athletic he was. He was just like right into Abyss, and he was just like throwing punches at him. I'm like,
that's the match. That's the match I saw.
Lockdown 2005.
Yeah, I can see why he was special. I think obviously TNA was very unknown to me. Like, it was very much not on my radar. I was still WWE all the way. I was still focused on seeing Cena, Batista, and the others rise to the top. But what annoys me, and this annoys me as someone who's from Europe, those two right there in that picture, I can never see them. I would love to meet AJ and just shake his hand. And I'd love to have a beer with him and talk about things, but it's annoying. It's annoying. I can never see any of my favorites. I can never see Stone Cold Steve Austin and, hang out with him for an hour or two. I can't ask him questions.
Hey, man, it's a small world, bro. They do MegaCon meetups and they go to like Comic Cons. Like, maybe one day they'll come around to London or somewhere in Europe that you can go. And
I would love if they came here. If they actually decided to come to Ireland and, use one of we have a lot of like theaters and places they could use for like meet and greets. Like, let's see, they've got, there's like the Bord Gosh Energy Theatre, the Abbey Theatre. There's
WWE was just in Dublin, weren't they?
I'm not too sure. I honestly don't know.
Like they were calling Logan Paul a wanker. I remember it.
That's typical Irish behavior.
Yeah, it was a great crowd.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Now, since today, let's pass week on Raw. We have another injured wrestler on the list.
Oh,
Bronson
yeah.
Reed. Bronson Reed
Oh, yeah.
injured on Raw.
AKA, I called him Humpty Dumpty.
Yep. That's me, Jerry, and Shaggy from ICP. Well, actually, no, I got the name from ICP. Fat Pastry Chef. That's what I call him. But all jokes aside, okay, this is unfortunate that he got hurt.
Refrigerator.
That one, too. That's a good one. So this past Raw last week, during the triple threat match, Bronson Reed torn his bicep. Bronson did this weird, like, flip dive to break up the pin. As he was about to land on his back, you could see his arm locked up.
Yeah, I saw
that it didn't move. And Bronson is expected to be out 4 to 6 months. Again,
Wow.
go back to what Cody Rhodes and I was talking about a few weeks ago. Here's another reason why we need house shows to come back. And another reason that there needs to be someone in that company to tell these wrestlers, no, you're not doing that. Guys,
That's enough.
I'm going to sound like an asshole here. I'm not a wrestler, but wouldn't it make more sense, and be more safe if Bronson did like a double axe handle or an elbow drop or just a simple stomp to break up the pin? Why'd you got to do a fancy pin? Because he dove, tried to do like a hug and pull, and like I said, his arm locked up. You can see his arm jolting up like that.
Was it his bicep or his tricep? Do you know?
Bicep. I read bicep.
I think it was
Bicep.
And you can see Bronson looked at it like, oh shit, like you see he's holding his arm looking at it as soon as he got up.
Yep. And he rolled out of the ring, and the referee did the actual X with her arms, which means, real life injury.
Right.
Got a problem. And apparently Jey Uso was not the actual scheduled person to win. Bronson was. That was room in your window, and they had to change on the fly. And they had to get Bronson out there. Yes, we make fun of him, we have jokes of him, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, and this is his second injury since he came back. He fucked up his ankle when he dove off the cage a couple years ago, if you guys remember that. Now he's going to be he's going to be missing WrestleMania, which is unfortunate.
And
Bronson,
probably SummerSlam.
Yeah, especially that long.
Yeah,
Because you want to let that shit heal. You got to let that heal. Because if you don't let it heal and you're rushing, you're working out, you're going to be out longer.
All right, let's go to Jerry. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, I saw them. I mean, I watched that live, and when I seen him fall, I was like, ooh, something happened. And then when I seen him holding his arm, I'm like, oh no. And then he literally just rolled out of the ring, which that's what you're supposed to do. And then the referee went out and checked on him, and then, she did the X. And I was like, oh, he's hurt.
Yeah.
And
he's a powerhouse too. Like the powerhouses, they don't need to be doing all this agile shit,
And the vision is literally falling apart because Braun Breaker's out, and Logan Paul, he did good in the Elimination Chamber, but the big surprise that came to him cost him the match.
Okay,
walking dildo. Yep. How about you, Belladin? Your thoughts on the Bronson Reed situation?
Okay, right. Now, I know I made a little bit of a joke calling him Humpty Dumpty, and that, he had a great fall. But unlike all the King's horses and all the King's men, now they couldn't put Humpty back together again, but at least they're going to put him back together again. It's unfortunate that he's injured again. But he has to realize now he's not a young man anymore. He's getting to the late 30s, that bracket, And on top of that, he's carrying a lot of weight. Yes. 330 pounds. Like someone for his size, that's bad. Like
NBA players who can jump really high, like Zion Williamson, is constantly injured because he's about 300 pounds as well.
And all that weight on your knees, not good.
Yeah, it's not good, especially as you get older. I even said this on my podcast this past Friday. I said that Bronson Reed needs to lose weight. He needs to get down to like 250 pounds. That was my kind of estimate, or a little more, if he's going to take the pressure off his joints.
Yeah,
so
I
that
think even
he's
if he
more
was
maneuverable.
270 and he wasn't flying around like doing agile stuff and just being a powerhouse, like he's a
It's
big
not.
man.
You see,
It'd be perfect.
yeah. I mean, he's not like 6'5" or he's not 6'6" or whatever. You know, he's not that sort of size where he can manage it. No,
Mhm.
he's a lot shorter than that, and he can't manage it. And this is a result of it. This is why he's injured. And you know, feel better soon. You know, I hope you get back into rehabilitation, whatever. But it's like at the same time, you gotta lose the weight, buddy. It's either that or your joints are gonna get crushed.
Well said.
Yep.
How about you, Tommy?
And yeah, as the fat homie of the group, we're not body shaming Bronson Reed, but when you're a big guy, bro, you can do a lot of self-inflicted injuries to yourself, bro. If you're,
Yeah.
if you stand up too fast, you can fucking sprain your ankle, because you're just heavier, and that's reality, He's got a lot of muscle mass, like he said. I don't know if he's 6'1" or 5'10". He's not the tallest, but he's very broad.
I thought he was 6'2".
I'll stay here. You going there?
Well, the WWE likes to boost their stats. They
Yeah.
say,
He's a lot shorter. There's no way he's that big.
Let's see here. So
because
bronze.
they say Trick Williams is 6'5", and Randy Orton. I saw the clip where he's in the elimination chamber doing this, measuring their heights. He's like, "You're not 6'5", bro." But
No.
Says he's 6 feet.
yeah,
Okay.
you got to work on the weight.
On
bro.
the-
He's my height.
Yeah.
So he's my height then.
Yeah.
Damn, Jerry,
But like
you're tall as
the
fuck.
but the difference is, it's like I'm pretty sure. I like to say, like, Jerry, would you say you're a lot lighter than Bronson, weight terms?
I'm 235, so yeah.
Yeah, Jerry's
Yeah,
got
so-
no body fat, dude. He's a lean, mean machine, bro.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Like,
I
that's-
got a little bit of a belly, but
But the
Hello,
thing is,
Christopher?
like, the thing is, Jerry, like, you can manage that. That's manageable.
yeah.
But with Bronson Reed, it ain't. It's gonna
Chris,
crush.
what up, Chris?
Hey,
Hey,
Chris.
Chris.
Oops.
Hello.
Like,
Oops.
again, I'm not the tallest person in the world, but even I have to be careful if I got too heavy. I'd be like, oh crap, I could really crush my legs, or
Yeah,
I could get a sprained ankle and I'm in the hospital.
and like
At
he's
the end of the
not,
day, buddy,
he's
get
not
well soon,
playing
man.
football. Like football players, they can get away with being fat, but like pro
Yeah.
wrestling's a whole different game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
traveling, the bumps. Yeah, it's hard on the body, especially if you're
Yeah,
carrying
like-
a lot of weight.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
What he needs to do is just shrink the weight. Number one, and number two, yeah, you can build some muscle. That's okay. I
Oh
don't
yeah, he's
mind
got
that.
the muscle. He won't lose any muscle if he just
No.
yeah.
I'm saying, if he lost the weight to say 270 or 260, for example, he could still have great body armor. He could still protect himself. Just like lose the high flying stuff. Try something new. Try a new power move. Yes,
Right.
he can.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be a little bit like King Kong Bundy, just do a ground and pound.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just-
Work
yeah.
like a big
That's like King Kong Bundy didn't do any of that stuff, but he still got over.
Yeah, absolutely. Work like a
I
big
mean-
man.
Yeah, and when I look back at King Kong Bundy, I was like, hey, he did the simple stuff, and it worked.
Yeah.
No, he got over. But Bronson Reed, get well soon, buddy. Heal quick as you can, and look after yourself, man.
Yeah, very talented, man. Very talented.
Mm.
Yeah, 'cause
All right,
very
now we're gonna get
briefly,
to.
I feel bad for the dim vision. I mean, they're going to be back burning now
Wait,
because
that's a good point. Yeah.
That is very true,
Yep.
because you look at
you
like
only got two members.
Bronson, you got like Braun Breaker, who's got a hernia, and that's painful. That has got to be painful.
Yeah.
Then you got Seth Rollins, who should not be back. He's still banjaxed. I mean, he's like he's kind of like a statue that you glued back together.
I'm guessing
I
you
didn't
haven't
even
seen.
mention his
But you
name.
did, but you didn't
Right.
but you didn't give it time to dry, whatever. Then you just touch it and falls down again.
Well, clearly Paladin hasn't checked the internet because I even know Seth Rollins came back.
I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. He came back too soon. Like this is the problem with wrestlers.
Well,
Rest,
see, even
like recuperate. Make sure that you're well rested. The doctors say yes, you can go.
You're
Don't.
cleared.
Yeah, just don't be a mark. Don't be making a stupid mistake, and then you get an injury much worse than the one you previously had, and you're in agony.
Yeah.
Look,
see, even Michael Cole said that. He's like, isn't he still supposed to be out?
yeah, it was like
I was even
When-
shocked when he pulled the mask off. I was like, oh shit! And
When
then to
did he
hear
get
Paul
hurt?
Heyman,
It was
And
too obvious. It was
and
too
to hear Paul
they-
Heyman there, that's the best part. The old Walrus himself. He's back here. No, it's not true. I'm like,
So
yeah,
when
it is.
when did Seth get
Uh,
hurt? Brendan's asking, when did Seth get hurt? I remember how he did it. It was like a headbutt off the ropes.
yeah, he did like a coast to coast, but head
Yeah.
Yeah, he
first.
tried to do a coast to coast, and he landed wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he wrestled at SummerSlam. He wasn't at Survivor Series, so what was it? September, October?
I think it was
It had to be
about
in that time frame.
September.
So October, November, December, January. So 5 months. He was out for 5 months.
Mm.
No, an argument could be made. Maybe he came back a month or two too early.
Yeah, NBA player
Yeah.
injuries are about 6 months when they tear an ACL or do major
Yeah.
injuries like that.
Or since he didn't really do a whole lot, that was probably within legal limits. And then he'll stay away for the next, 37 days. And then he'll
Yeah.
probably get a match with either Logan Paul or Austin Theory.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris
but-
says, honestly, the wrestlers have to stop doing this strong style lucha crap. Otherwise, somebody's going to get hurt. Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
I've said it time and time again.
Yep.
Right? I'm going to keep reinforcing the point that there's going to be an Owen Hart incident. It's going to happen again.
Or a
You know,
draw situation, even.
Yeah, a draw situation where a move could go wrong and they're paralyzed nearly from like the neck down.
Well,
They
yeah,
won't be able to
Tyson
move.
Kidd got power bombed by Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
Samoa
muscle
Joe's one
buster.
of the faces. Yeah, he's one of the safest wrestlers, and it happened. But it happened at a house show, so I think
Yeah. Mm.
it might have happened on TV. I don't remember.
It was raw,
No.
but it was a dark match
Mm.
back in 2015. And it happened in Japan. That Hayabusa guy or Grace Sasuke, I forgot. There was a Japanese wrestler. It happened during the show. He was trying to do like the Jericho's lion salt where you jump off the top rope and do that flip. But
Yeah.
he messed up the flip and landed on his head, paralyzed. Like it has happened since draws. But
Yeah.
I think what Paladin is implying it's going to happen on one of the North America promotions where more of the
Yeah.
world is going to see it and know about it at
Yeah,
that given time. God forbid, because I don't want that to happen.
But
Yeah.
And
I have that sixth sense that it will happen, and wrestlers around the world they might actually stop. They might be like, you know what, this stuff that I'm doing that all these neckbeards keep forcing me to do, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's
Because
not worth it.
like at the end of the day, like these wrestlers are human beings. They're
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
They feed their families. They, have wives at home. They have, even their parents or people that love them so much. And the last thing they want to hear is, yeah, did you hear he's in a wheelchair now because he did a move wrong.
Right.
It's I thought the last thing I want to see is another Owen Hart, another draws, because I tell you,
oh yeah,
because like the Owen Hart one, that was scary because I understood death. I understood because when I saw that on Raw, I was very heartbroken because it was like I couldn't believe it that someone this talented like Owen Hart was gone. And I've seen a lot of big wrestling deaths that were a shock, but if I see one this year where it resulted in someone getting paralyzed to the waist down,
Yeah.
it's a case of no.
And they're unnecessary risks too, because you look at the Miz and R-Truth who have longevity in their career, and they're very technical wrestlers. They don't do a lot
Yeah.
of high risk
Yeah.
spots.
They
Nope.
work
And-
safe.
Mhm.
And and to Daniel Bryan, how dare you be a mark when you said to the Miz, he wrestles like a coward? No, he doesn't wrestle like a coward. He wrestles safe. Why do you think the Miz
Yeah.
isn't constantly injured? Why do you think he's in good health?
Um,
Unlike
same.
you, who is practically a broken toy, who has said on record, and quote, that you wanted to die in the ring as a warrior, and that you didn't want to say have your last match in a place like, say, Madison Square Garden, or somewhere like the Staples Center, Los Angeles, or some cool building.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you had the audacity to talk down to the Miz. If I was there, I'd say, shut the fuck up, you Mark.
Yeah, they almost got in a fight about that.
You know what? I'd be all for it. I'd say Miz, destroy him. I'd say he deserves it because he's such an idiot. And this
Give him
guy
a seat.
has a daughter. This guy's a daughter, though. On top of that, like, does he not think sometimes? I mean, is it just me, or are those concussions getting to him? I don't know.
Could be.
I think it's the
'Cause I
latter,
mean-
unfortunately.
Look at Bret Hart. He's one of the safest wrestlers on the planet.
Mm. And he always made sure to be safe. Like, even when he was
Yeah.
doing jobber matches, he made to be safe with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Bret Hart said, the art of wrestling is you should never get hurt. You should be able to like go home, put your feet up like you had a long day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And-
that art is gone. But today,
And-
this Japanese lucha work great indie style.
I would
And-
just, there's a part of me that would just love for these wrestlers to give these young kids a hard day's lecturing.
Yeah, they won't listen. Like, you know why? Remember, the business has changed. It's passed us
Oh, yeah,
by.
big time.
We're all old. We're irrelevant. We're racist,
Mm.
sexist, transphobe, homophobe. Business passed
Yeah,
us by. Like, why?
apparently
That's what they'll say
Jerry's,
to us.
Jerry's experience is not enough. No.
No.
No, it's not like Jerry only watched, the very start of wrestling and how, its foundation got bigger.
42
No, that doesn't-
years.
Yeah.
30
No, that
years.
doesn't,
right?
yeah, near 30 years for me, 29.
I mean,
But-
I got to see WrestleMania 2 on pay-per-view. So
Mm.
I was 12.
That's
That's May 6th,
that I wish I could say that, but I mean, I got the tape recordings for my WrestleManias because it was a good thing I had good connections. So they said, yeah, we'll get you the WrestleMania tapes and whatever. So no matter what
I think
WrestleMania I was, whatever WrestleMania I was watching, I could see. It was kind of the same with even some of the minor pay-per-views, but SummerSlam as well. I was kind of, would hit them up and say, look, I'm kind of going away on holidays for a bit. Could you? And they say, yeah, we'll have SummerSlam for you. I'm just back from holidays, so I'll have it for you, no problem. So
Sweet.
that, it was the same even with like
Oh,
the
yeah.
Survivor Series back in the day.
Paladin's got the international black market for world
Yeah.
wrestling.
He's got mafia ties. He's got the good connections. Yeah, like he'll go to a grocery store, right? Hey, G1. That's the code. And then you go get the trench coat, the tape.
Yeah.
Then Paladin looks, gets his trench coat, gets the envelope full of cash, and they do the exchange at the same time. And that's how it works.
The Irish
Yep.
mafia, man. It's the IRA. They're
Yeah,
surviving.
just doing deals. Have you got the?
IRWA.
It's like,
Right.
take, come on. Yeah, I got the cash. Don't worry. There you go. There you
It's
go.
like, it's not counterfeit.
Yes.
And like, nope, it's not counterfeit. All right, give him the tapes.
Yeah.
Now,
And,
let's continue on
yeah.
here, shall we?
Yeah, moving on.
yeah, sorry.
So that's all right. So internal reaction after chaotic Raw Women's Elimination Chamber qualifier match. So on the last week's Raw, February 16th, there was a women's triple threat qualifier match. Had the people talking, and it wasn't about the finish. The triple threat match had Asuka, Bailey, and Natalia. Included several noticeable miscues from awkward suplex landings, to a doomsday body press that didn't quite connect the way it was intended.
Yep.
The time he felt off at points, and viewers immediately picked up on it. According to Fightful Select, despite the visible hiccups during the match, there has been no indication that any of the competitors drew heat or faced internal issues as a result of the mistakes. All right, so I live in Canada. So how Raw on Netflix works, if you watch it live, you see the stuff during the commercial breaks that the US and international crowd are seeing, or US crowd should say. However, if you go back and watch it when it's not live, you don't see any of that stuff.
Right.
So what I'm about to report, I went ahead and watched the match because I was curious myself. Is it really that bad as people say it is? Okay. At the beginning, I will admit, all three in the very beginning of the match were doing good stuff. The only parts that looked terrible, in my opinion, I'm not a wrestler, but Natalia's working punches looked the drizzling shits. They were really bad. So after the first commercial break, when they came back, it's where you start to see the problems. And I wrote down the timestamp. That way, if people think I'm insane, they can go on their Netflix, and I'm giving them the timestamps for them to check out here. This is what I noticed. At the 31:49 timestamp, Asuka is sitting on the top rope. Bayley is trying to lift Natalya to a sitting position close to Asuka, and you can hear her talking. And something looked off because shortly after you see Bayley lower Natalya to talk to her and did an impromptu elbow drop. It just didn't look right. It looked like she was trying to lift Natalya up to the top rope so Asuka could powerbomb off the top rope like a Bubba Ray Bubba Bomb he used to do. But no, it looked like Bayley can't lift her up. She's struggling, has to lower the top to Natalya and do a different move. Like, it did not look that good. Then at the 32:46 timestamp, it looked like Natalya was going to throw Bayley out of the ring. And you can see Natalya on the hard cam, talking to Bayley for the spot, and all of a sudden, I don't know if there's a miscue or Bayley went into business for herself. She got out the headlock. Like, she shoved Natalya off, and you can see her briefly stunned, like, what the fuck? She starts selling her jaw, like she got hit in the jaw, which looked weird. And at the 32:54 timestamp, Bayley, okay, so she's hitting Asuka, with the forearm against the ropes. She stopped hitting Asuka with the forearms to look behind to see if Natalya was coming her direction. And then she turned around to, take the spot, looking like Natalya was either late to hit her from behind or Bayley went for herself and just turned around too early, exposing her. And the last one I noticed, at the 34:27 timestamp, Asuka tries to do a jackknife pin attempt on Natalya. And if you don't know what that is, it's where you do like a front flip, but as you're coming down on your legs, you grab both of your opponent's legs, lifting them up.
Yep.
So Asuka does the front flip. She grabs one leg, but she forgets the right leg, and Natalya's holding it for a few seconds just to see Asuka will grab it. But then you can see Natalya had to do an impromptu leg headlock scissors and roll her into a sit-out powerbomb. Again, I'm sounding like a broken record. These wrestlers need house shows to come back so they can not only work on their craft, but be more sharper, not have any ring rust whatsoever, so this doesn't happen again. And I was surprised because those three women, they're not rookies, they're veterans. Natalya, Bayley, Asuka. I guess it was an off night, but it looked really terrible.
It was.
Like the ones I listed everybody here, those are the ones I noticed. Maybe there's some I didn't pick on, but the ones I noticed, it looked awful. As a Paladin, your thoughts?
Right. So, well, from what I could literally tell was that, now, obviously I didn't watch the chamber match because I don't want to waste brain cells doing that.
Oh.
I mean, for God's sake, I was playing old video games instead. I mean, I'd rather do that than waste my mind. But anyway, so when I heard about this, I kind of had a look because we discussed it on the Holy Soldiers podcast this week. I was just like, God damn it! I mean, like, Asuka has always been more competent, in my opinion. I've always thought was always very good with, say, punches, forearms, her, all of her move sets like the hip attack, the Asuka lock that she did for a long time. Then I turned to Natalya. Now, this new character, it's not a character. It's just
Natty.
her. It's just her being a Ronda Rousey ripoff.
Yeah.
And we were discussing this on the podcast that it's so annoying that creative isn't giving her something to go with, because we were discussing that she could have like vignettes or promos about her time in the dungeon, because remember, she was in the dungeon. She could talk about how hard it was to be in the dungeon, the discipline it took, and all those times that she was working really, really hard. She could even talk about how her uncle was Bret Hart, her father was Jimmy the Anvil Neidhart, and talk about all her family lineage and how far she's come. But you see that she keeps losing. It's like it's going nowhere for her until you could bring Bret Hart in, and Brendan and I brought this up. Bring him in and just get Bret to humiliate her. Say she's worthless, she's embarrassing the Hart name, she's a joke. Really put her down. And certainly, Natalya feeds off of this. It's like something inside her clicks, because she's saying to herself, I've been this soft wrestler who's always done the right thing. I was the company chick. I did what was asked of me. She could do even a work shoot where I couldn't get a push to the door because Nikki Bella was such a politician. She was always putting me down. Or I was working with bimbos who couldn't even know a wrestling hold from a right hand.
But she loves that era too, though, because she made a lot of people look good. But I agree, she's the one nepo baby that they don't really talk about her family.
No. She never did. She never talked about them hugely. But I will say this. So you could do something there, and she could be like what Bret Hart used to be in '97 when he got frustrated, like when he was constantly losing, like after that cage match with Sid. And I remember this, and I'm sure Jerry remembers it, that, Vince comes in and he has to say to him, you must be frustrated. And he just shoves him down. He's like, frustrated isn't the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit. And you kind of see Bret Hart step the first time. He's kind of saying, you know what, I'm sick of this. I've, there's people out in the back there out to get me. No one here cares. And no one even cares that I should be the World Wrestling Federation champion. Do that with Natty. Say that I should be the WWE Women's Champion, not this, this giant jacked up Amazon like Jake Cargill. And what you could do is entice her to call her out and say, if you think that belt belongs to you, it does not. That is my belt. You know it. I know it. And I'm pretty sure all those other in the back know it is. And Jake could be just like, what the fuck are you talking about? And you get a brawl to ensue. Get something there. But it's just like, shit. No creative.
Too creative. Couldn't do it.
It's like you're sitting on a gold mine. You could have some creative direction with that. But it's just like, there's nothing there. It's just oh yeah, I am some woman with gum shield who looks intimidating. Yeah, sorry, only Kurt Angle can do that. Only Kurt Angle can wear a gum shield and look intimidating. Sorry, you can't do it.
Is that what they call it in Ireland? We call it a mouth guard.
Same here.
We call it a gum shield. Or mouth guard, gum shield, with because it protects.
Yeah,
tomato.
But at the same time, there's so much you could do with that. And yet, say Natalya's character could use this as fuel. It becomes fuel to the fire, and it really brings out a more vicious side of her. it makes her more determined than ever to become the women's champion. And then eventually she gets it. And that, when she does get it, she says, I don't apologize for anything that I ever said. F the lot of you.
What do you think of this comment, Paladin?
See, honestly, I wish either Tiffany or Alexa would have faced Jade for the title. Then or
Yeah.
Raquel. If you ask me, it should have been Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Mm.
I have to agree. It should have been Raquel, but
To building her as the next female Kevin Nash,
Well,
they missed that opportunity.
Yeah, I as biased as I am with Tiffany or saying, Alexa's a good choice. Yeah, Raquel. I mean, she was a big fan of Kevin Nash. She had a big sexy T-shirt paying homage to him, and she does look like a female version of Kevin Nash in many ways. But, I would just take a step back, and just take a good look at her. I'm like, yeah, definitely. But
Try it.
like,
Why not?
But it's like they didn't pull the trigger. It's just that.
Oh, we got a bum in the chat.
Greetings from the homeless shelter. I just woke up. Didn't know this stream happened. Yeah, Hobo, if I woke you up my text
get your
earlier,
ass moving,
that's what we're starting.
Hobo.
Yeah, we sent your
Step
links
up.
there.
That's why you're
wait-
poor, because you're sleeping all day.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So while waiting for Hobo, Jerry, your thoughts on the match that we're talking about there with the women.
Oh yeah, I saw the botches and all the missed times, and I was like, yikes! What the hell?
Look bad, especially
And-
with those three.
God, there were some other ones too. I mean, it's like I started thinking to myself, does anybody want to win this match? I mean,
Right? Oh, we got another comment here.
And-
Just Chris saying hi to Hobo. Okay.
and with Natalie, the whole Natty, I just
Yeah, it's
I
kind
mean-
of cringe.
if she's gonna do it, why not do this anti-U.S. versus Canadian stuff that goes on in real life? There's
Yeah.
some Canadians that don't think highly of Americans. Tap into that. That's what her uncle did.
Do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
do what Brett, like what I was saying before. It's just
Yeah.
like, use some
Yeah.
fuel there, and like even
Yeah.
this, like all our fans from America saying they suck, they don't like me at all,
Now-
they never did.
Did you guys see what she did to Dupree?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Max Dupree. I
on
did not
the-
personally,
on the
so I can't
table.
comment on it.
Oh, I mean, she hit that pole hard, and she didn't put her hands up to cover her head. So I
Oh,
think
that's
she
a
was.
shoot.
I think she was legitimately knocked out. Because I mean, I heard the crack, and then she wasn't moving, and I'm like, oh.
My poor baby Maxine.
Well, yeah, again, there's something there that you could use as fuel to the fire. Again,
Yeah.
with Natalia, you could say, "Oh, look what I did! I took out one of your favorites. Screw you!"
Yeah,
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 you have a
something.
storyline.
I mean, she
Again,
could be a
why
good
not?
heel like her dad, but it's just this whole, like you said, trying to be a Ronda Rousey style clone. Ugh, ain't cutting it with me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I wish I could give her something. Just sit
You know,
her
I'd-
down and just try to give her ideas. But
I'd have more fun jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. I mean,
Right?
Right.
Might as well go out like Bender.
Mm.
All right. Now let's go to our favorite stoner, Matt Riddle. Yes, what's up, dude? I had to do my Matt Riddle impression. Sorry, couldn't help it. Yeah, dude, I made the show there, bro.
You make
Okay.
me fucking laugh. Just
Yeah,
oh,
I'm sorry, y'all. That's one of my favorite impressions. I had to do the Matt Riddle. Yeah, dude. Okay, I get serious now. Okay. Matt Riddle explains why WWE Performance Center recruits are allegedly clashing. Speaking on the Rewind Recap Relive podcast on February 21st, Matt Riddle pointed directly at WWE's recruiting strategy over the past several years, which has leaned heavily on signing former athletes instead of strictly independent wrestling veterans. Matt had this to say. For a while now, they've been hiring athletes. When you hire an athlete, at least you know they're athletic and they look the part, which WWE likes. If you weren't brought up in pro wrestling or didn't go through the indies, you might not understand how brutal it can be. You start thinking, why is this guy getting pushed? I'm bigger, stronger, and I look better, but they don't always understand that there's a respect factor. You got to pay your dues one way or another. I've been told they're going back to what they were doing when I got signed, combining the indies and bringing in more experienced wrestlers who already understand the grind. End quote. Now, do you think WWE should focus on seasoned indie talent, or is recruiting elite athletes still the right move? I'm in the middle of this. On one hand, I think they should focus on athletes due to, they're athletic. They probably will look more different than just your generic person on the street there. While many of today's wrestlers look the same and wrestle the same. While on the other hand, I'm sure there's talented wrestlers on the indie scene that have plenty of star potential that they should sign them if the opportunity presents itself. And now this is making me wonder, is there stories out there that are not publicly released about the Performance Center? Now I'm wondering if the athletes that are training there are either too cocky, or are they rude to the trainers, or are they refusing to do certain things that's causing problems with people. And Jerry, let's go to you about this. What do you think, my friend?
See, I didn't know anything about this. So,
But
I
can
I
help
don't
you
really-
out here. Like, here's one way to think about it. He's saying we're bringing in all these college athletes with the NIL, but they should be bringing in more independent wrestlers who know how to wrestle.
I totally agree. People
So you
that
think they should
already
bring more
have some
wrestlers in?
training and can just use additional training and a little bit of conditioning.
Mm.
Tommy, how about you, my friend?
Oh, excuse me. I was blowing a smoke there. Yeah, I mean, just going back to the women's wrestling part of it, like everybody wants us to take women's wrestling seriously. And it is hard to take it seriously when they're constantly botching. And, we were just talking about the veterans botching that, maybe that's an off day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of talented female wrestlers in the independent scene that they should be hiring. And, a lot of people, they don't get an NIL contract with college. Some people don't go to college. So they need to be scouting local talents. Like if they're in Florida, they should be trying to get some Florida talent. If they're in Los Angeles, et cetera.
Yeah.
And like athletes, they're athletic, but they're not pro wrestlers, So yeah.
Paladin?
Right. Now, I'm a bit like, I'm kind of 50-50 with it, okay? So, on the other hand, there was a reason why Vince McMahon used to get big guys and used to get really muscular guys, like bodybuilders or football players. Hey, at least they were able to get injured less. So, you can't say that was a completely stupid thing to do. But, a lot of our favorites had some sort of an athletic background. Kurt Angle was an Olympic gold medalist. You had, people like The Rock. She used to be a football player for the Miami Hurricanes.
Same way with
Roman.
Bill Goldberg.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
Falcons.
Bill Goldberg. Yeah.
Undertaker, he played basketball.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kevin
then,
Nash. Kevin Nash, well.
Vader, who used to play for the Los Angeles Rams.
Yep.
You had
Super
so
Bowl
many.
runner-up.
Ross Simmons, I think played football, or college football?
Florida State.
He did, yeah.
Florida State,
Football. Florida State.
Gotcha. Florida State, thank you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So you can see, it produced some great wrestlers. Now, in terms of the indie scene, there are some good wrestlers out there. I won't lie, but nowadays it's needle in a haystack. It's like there are a dime a dozen to find, like someone that you could actually build up and that you can give them a personality, see how they are on the mic. Do they need a manager? Do they need to do this, that, and the whole shebang? And I'm just more in favor of just finding big men, strong men. Really, would I stay away from the indies? No.
That's gonna get clipped, bro. You're in favor of finding big, strong men. I'll help you out there.
Yeah, if you're looking for a meaty man, Sean Sapp's the perfect man to talk to. He loves meaty men.
Fuck off.
You got a
Dave
hard on for
Meltzer.
big
Shut up.
meaty men. Okay.
Yeah, you want
Dave
some that
Meltzer, table for
that meat
two.
slapping, meat slapping. You want to see two big sons of
Shut up.
bitches.
Hell yeah.
Back off. Go away, you.
Oh, come on. Dave Meltzer, table for two.
Well,
Hey, you
that's
said it, bro.
different. That's different. Dave Meltzer is a one of a kind guy man at the end of the day. All right. Now speaking of guy, Bruce Pritchard speaks on the current WWE creative team.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, this one I kind of got heated on Paladin's shoulder. On the February 21st episode of his podcast, Bruce compared today's creative process to the early days when just a handful of people handled everything from ready to producing. He revealed how WWE has much more collaborative structure compared to the past. And I quote Bruce, you have a lot of different minds pitching ideas, different stories, and different concepts. There was a time when it was just the three of us. We did everything. We talked to the talent, we talked to the producers, we produced it, we wrote it, we handled it all. Now you have a team of highly creative people pitching. I wouldn't say it's exactly like a Hollywood writer's room, but it's pretty close. It's probably most similar to something like Saturday Night Live. You got people sitting around pitching ideas, working with talent, seeing how things can fit into the shows and formatting everything. You got smaller groups working on things. Then you come together in a bigger team meeting and you pitch ideas. There are lead writers who decide what they think is best. They help outline the show and structure it all. End quote. Well, that explains why the creative has been shit for the last 15 years. And okay, now for there's things I want to break apart. That's Bruce's quote with you guys. And the first one, where he says you have a lot of different minds pitching ideas, different stories, and different concepts. Too many, and this is a problem with WWE today. There are too many cooks in the kitchen. Way too many people that are involved in creative. Back then during the golden era, it was Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson. That was it. Then that went to Vince McMahon, Cornette, and Pritchard. Still three. Then that eventually led to Vince Russo and Ferrara. Two people. And after they left to go to WCW, when they brought in Tommy Blanchard and Brian Gordon, that's when they made it to 4, then to 8, then to 12, then to 16, then to 30. As CM Punk has been quoted saying. Way too many people
got involved.
Way too many people. Okay, then let's see here. You have a team of highly creative people pitching. Where is it? I'll wait. Crickets, thank you. Okay, and
One second. I'm just going to see if I can find him. Hold on.
Oh yeah, find it for me. Get Dave on the phone.
No.
That's
Yo,
Paladin.
Paladin.
Back of cards ain't going to do it. No.
Thank you, Paladin. Appreciate it,
Oh,
homie.
no, wait. Marcus.
you got it?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
Still looking.
Yeah, we're still looking. All right.
I
As
got
he's
this,
looking,
screen cleaner. I don't know what
Still looking.
still looking. I got a light bulb. You know how we get a great idea. The light bulb will go above your head.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? What do you got?
Oh, wait.
Holy
I have an
shit!
idea. Oh,
That's
never
got
mind.
some talent. There's some
Wrestle-
talent in that key.
Yo, better than WrestleMania 3. Better than WrestleMania 3.
Okay, we got some ink cartridges for
Wait.
Fountain Tip, and no, that's not going to
Fucking
do it.
genius. Wait, fucking genius.
Oh, wait. I got an
Alright.
idea. Oh, wait. No, that belongs to Triple H. Never mind.
This little figurine. No, that's not it.
No, keep working on it. Keep working on it. Now, the
wait,
last
wait.
thing. Oh,
I
you want
found it. Okay, this is the last one. I found this, lads.
There you
My painted elephant.
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. We'll do
All right.
a different type of elimination chamber. We'll put the pods on the outside of the match. They have to climb the cage and come in.
I love it. I'm stuck in my nose. I love it. Blue. All right. Then when Bruce says, okay, there are lead writers who decide what they think is best. They help outline the show
Oh.
and structure it all. Okay. If you guys remember 2 weeks ago, I asked each and every one of you, does the lack of creative all 100% fall on Triple H, or should he get not all of it, but some of it? In my opinion, with Bruce just saying that, I think that kind of shows it's not just little Triple H. It's the Walrus, Michael Gaze,
50%.
Deuce, and Brian James, and the people that are working behind those people. But jokes aside, Bruce Pritchard, Paul Heyman, Michael Hayes, Road Dogg, aka Brian James.
Yeah, 50,
It,
50%.
those are the four
in my
guys.
opinion.
I would say 70 to
No,
80%, because
no.
at the end of the day, this whole like valid. At the end of the day, Triple H is the one that's giving the thumbs up or thumbs down and not
That's
challenging
true.
them.
He
So
has
if you
the
ask me,
final say.
absolutely. So Bruce saying that shows one of the rare times I'm going to defend Triple H. It's not all Triple H. It's mostly those four veterans and the people that are working underneath them. They are so entrenched in the wrestling bubble. They eat, sleep, drink, piss, and shit the wrestling business without having any contact from the outside world. They don't know what is cool. They don't know what is hip. They don't know what is in pop culture right now. They're doing 1970s, 1980s wrestling in 2026. It's not working. And the check's been cashed. They got the guarantee money. They just don't care. Like, then what's really it? Do they just not give a fuck anymore? Or do they not know what they're doing anymore? Jerry, let's start with you.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think with Triple H, he's been in the ring, so he would have some experience with storylines. And I mean, like, I'm pretty sure he had a hand in the special announcement coming out of the casket at the Elimination Chamber, which, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, was the worst part of the whole show. And just some of his other bird brain ideas. I mean, case in point, I was convinced that Cody was going to win the Elimination Chamber and get his rematch with Drew McIntyre. Well, he lost. And I started thinking something's up. And sure enough, on the post show, when Drew McIntyre came out and got into it with Nick Aldis just grabbed the microphone and said, well, guess what? If you're afraid of Cody on a big time matchup, let's put you on prime time. This Friday, you're defending the belt against Cody, and if you don't, I'm taking it from you.
Mm.
And McIntyre went nuts.
And what was in that crate anyway?
I pronounce his name.
Denhausen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw the pictures.
And
I have
like,
no idea.
he got booed out the building. Like, no one wanted this.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is. I'm sorry.
Or the nickname I have for him, I don't think YouTube will allow me to say it. So
Yeah, we gotta go off air for that. But I got some good ones for that.
Brandon knows the nickname. I said it. I sent it to him.
Let's see, Zerohausen. Okay, we'll do sub YouTube friendly. Poophausen, Shithausen,
Mhm.
Boohausen, Ripoffhausen, Sleephausen, Boxhausen. Like at the end, it flopped. But we'll talk about Danhausen. And, yeah,
Where did he work before? Was he a Ring of
AEW.
Honor or something?
Yeah.
that's where he came from. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about Danhausen another time. But that's a topic we could definitely pick apart
Yeah,
here.
we can save that for Friday.
Yeah, for sure. Paladin scored you about Bruce Pritchard's quote about WWE creative.
Right. Sure. Look, everyone has their opinions on who is, who should get the most amount, right? At the end of the day, we all know that Triple H signs off on it. He's the head of creative. He signs off on it. He should be saying no to a lot of the ideas. He should say, start again. Will you please start again? No, because he's such a match mark, he'll take whatever is given to him. He's not putting his foot down and saying no. And the thing is, because he's such a mark and he likes matches, he's not going to book storylines. Yeah, he has been in storylines in the past when he was a wrestler, but, he was a wrestler back then. That was kind of his job back then. Nowadays, He has no clue what he's doing. I mean, he's not in touch with the audience of today. He doesn't even know what's cool right now. He couldn't tell me. He couldn't tell me what's popular in pop culture. He could not say what it is. Yeah, it's something.
Travis Scott, fiend,
Travis Scott,
fiend,
yeah.
fiend.
But I think that if it was really down to it, I would if I had to really split it, I'd say I'd go with 83% Triple H, and then I'd go the rest with creative because Triple H he's signing off on it. He's signing off on it. He should be able to say no, and
Very true.
this is a clear cut reason. You know, and even Vince Russo did it in a promo. This is why wrestlers shouldn't be bookers. And he brought up examples like Jeff Jarrett, Dusty Rhodes, even the clown up in Connecticut. You know, he said his, you know, you shouldn't let them be bookers because they're marks. They only want they want everything for themselves.
And they have
I mean,
agendas. Not all,
yeah.
but most of them do.
They do, yeah. Like, you should just have someone who is just not obsessed with matches.
Yeah.
It's that simple at the end of the day.
I mean, wrestlers should be in the room, you know, but I don't know if they should have so much power.
Like have a say in it for sure.
Yeah, and like, you know, there are people who work with acting who can give acting lessons because some of these people, like The Rock, I don't know if all of the stuff he did was off the head. I'm pretty sure they gave him a couple scripts, and you know, look how he turned out, one of the biggest actors in the world now. And so there's a combination of talent you need to have with acting, mic work, whatever you want to call it. Like wrestling on TV is a challenge because, you know, if you're just an athlete, like we were talking about, these athletes, they've never been on TV. We can't expect them to be, you know, Oscar winning or whatever award they win at Hollywood.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Chris says Hunter is the problem, along with Road Dogg, Michael Hayes, and Paul Heyman in terms of creative. Yeah, they're all the problem. If you ask me, it's the four older guys are more of a problem than Triple H. Because they're the ones that are presenting the shit. If you ask me, yes, Triple H gets majority of it, but it's those four guys that are bringing the stuff to him.
Because
my opinion,
they're trying to do stuff that worked even 10 years ago and just doesn't quite cut it today.
No.
You
Some
have
can.
to, but you have to do things that relate to now. It's how things are. You know, as a writer, that's what you do. You observe the world around you. You observe the trending things at the moment, and then you compose it into storylines for, say, the modern audience. And you know, you're giving it in fast doses, you know, because you look at the attention span of kids today. Like, I have a niece. She's 4 years old. I should know what her attention span is like. It's like that. I need to do the same when I'm a writer. If I was writing a wrestling show, I want to make sure you are getting like the biggest adrenaline rush ever. You don't want to leave that seat.
Yeah, you don't want to turn the channel.
No. I want to make sure you don't even want to miss a commercial break. I want to make sure that the next match you don't want to miss, or the next segment. Oh, you better not miss this segment. And you're like, damn it, I don't want to get a beer because I might miss it.
Yeah,
I want that excitement.
JCW does that really well. I just want to say their ads when they promote, hey, we're going to Florida, that ad was hilarious. I laughed my ass off. Just because there were so many, it's just funny how they do their ads, you know, shout out Lunacy and their Crash booking style. It works. Let's see.
Oh, we got a creative team of Brian Glortz, The Rock's writer, Shawn Michaels, Jeremy Borash, and Undertaker would do a better job. I think so too. Like, how bad can it get?
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
like, how bad can it get?
Very competent. Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even if they were
100%.
just okay, it'd be an improvement.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, now for this one, I might as well just bring this up because Elimination Chamber already took place. So before the Elimination Chamber event took place, WWE are still enforcing their new blackout policy. And before Elimination Chamber took place in Chicago, they already banned restaurants and bars in the Chicago area. And what did they do the week prior? They did the exact same thing to Vegas for WrestleMania. And I wanted to bring this up if we did the show before Elimination Chamber. My opinion as a fan, banning WrestleMania and restaurant bars and doing the same thing for Elimination Chamber is stupid. In my opinion,
Yeah.
they're hurting their relationships with not only the remaining fans they have left, but they're also hurting relationships with businesses and local owners that still want to associate themselves with the WWE.
Yeah.
Like this might get to the point where, like, okay, guys, fuck you. We're not gonna air your stuff anymore. We want nothing to do with you. You hurt our business. We're not gonna like help promote or play your stuff anymore. I think and this shows, in my opinion, their greed is going to hurt them in the long run. And with the lack of ticket sales on not just PLEs, but Raw, SmackDowns, and all that, shows that their greed is starting to not catch up to them.
Yep.
And I think it's ridiculous. Paladin, let's start with you on this one.
Yeah, that is just really outrageous, and that's just a downright dirty move. Because I'm pretty sure that, but that's what a lot of wrestling fans like to do sometimes. They have to go to watch parties in pubs or go to venues where
clubs,
they have it like on
restaurants.
the big screen. They're having food, they're having a good time, and
100%.
they get to watch the Elimination Chamber on a big screen, and they're all tuning in to see what's going on.
Have a good time.
And then you have these these corporate motherfuckers in TKO, and they're just saying, "Oh, sorry, you can't do that." So within a 50-mile radius, you can't do that. But that's devastating for local businesses who may rely on watch parties, who may get a lot of income from this. And then they did the same thing in Chicago, and if I was a wrestling fan, I may not be a fan of the modern stuff, but if I was, I would be pissed off. I would be like, "What are you doing?" I mean, let's say I had been doing watch parties for a very long time, and that's how I met all my friends, and that's how I, got to watch a bit of wrestling with them. Then it's you would be furious.
Yeah, it's
I would be
stupid,
furious.
man.
Like
Very
this
stupid.
is corporate greed at its worst. I hate when corporations do it. It's becoming a prominent theme nowadays, and they could have made a deal. Like Brendan was discussing this on the podcast. They could have made a deal by where we'll let you do it, but we'll only take a small percentage of the profits.
That's right. I did say
Like
that.
like maybe something like 4.2%. Is that okay? Perfect.
Yeah.
And they could have let them do. They could have made a deal.
It's
But it's like-
gatekeeping, man.
Yeah, but it's like, but
gatekeeping.
no. Oh, sorry, we have to just squash it like a bug so we can sell more tickets. Oh, sorry. It's like the
Yeah.
biggest spit in the face. I mean, like, how much more can like people take? I mean, that's like someone punching you in the face constantly, and then it's a case of, when are you going to fight back?
And it's horrible for like non-wrestling fans because they'll get exposed to it if it's being played at a club or a bar. You know, like they have ESPN on those channels anyway. I haven't been to clubs where they show WWE, and it's like a lot of outsiders get to see it too.
And at least over here in Ireland, if we were doing this, no one would do that to us, because it's a good source of revenue. If one was being organized in Ireland, we do have Irish fans, and let's say one was being organized in Ireland, we'd love to, set up and get food or whatever. At least we'd be allowed to do it. And then I look across the States and like, they're not letting you do it. That's fucking weird. This is it's getting worse now for WWE. It's
Absolutely is.
Sorry, this is so frustrating. It's like you want to
No,
bang your
I
head off
agree.
the wall.
I agree. And before we go to you, Tommy, I was telling Paladin on the show, I've been to one watch party, and I was at the 2005 SummerSlam. And my mom took me and a friend of mine at the time to this restaurant that was airing it. And they had this big movie theater like type of screen, and we had a really good seat to watch it on this big screen, and it was fun. The entire restaurant was packed like it was a movie theater. People were getting into it. We had good food. Like, they are fun. Like watch parties are a blast. For those that haven't done it, highly recommend it before WWE fucks you on this. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to go on record and say there is so much fun.
Oh,
Well,
Brendan,
yeah.
I just envy you because it's like, again, I know I got like videotapes, but I just would have loved to have been there with you and just like sit down and watch it like on a big screen.
It was
Maybe
so
one
much
day.
fun. So much.
But,
Tommy,
I
that's
don't-
what to you, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, like I already said what I had to say, really. So I'll keep it short. Gatekeeping is gay. Don't do it. It doesn't help your local economy either. So
Yeah.
it's stupid.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Because
Jerry?
that's like 2 states with the price of one. Let's say that.
All right, Jerry. How about you, my friend?
You're biting the hand that feeds you. I mean, think about it. You get these big time cities that have these family style restaurants with them big ass TVs, and you don't want to play wrestling on it. And the owner's going to figure it out, and he's going to be like, "Well, okay, that's biting the hand that feeds you." I mean,
Yep.
how are you going to make new fans if you don't throw out some product?
Absolutely. Or something that would draw people to come to your establishment.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Right.
Like it's stupid. Like I can't understand. And the reason is so they can pay those ridiculous ticket prices to come watch it in the building. Okay, TKO. No one has $8,000 in their pocket.
Yeah, it's not
Now,
going to
speaking of it-
correlate.
Yeah, it's not. Now, speaking of
Yeah.
$8,000, this is a great segue for the next topic. Okay, Matt Hardy comments on WrestleMania 42 being a tough sell. So Matt Hardy, speaking on his podcast recently, commented on ticket sales for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas being down from the previous year. And I quote Matt, "It's a tough sell too. I mean, Vegas was so good last year. They did these record numbers, and I guess they bid for them to come back, right? But it's tough to go into the same market 2 years back to back. Those tickets are pricey and economically, especially since the pandemic. It's kind of been a roller coaster ride for everyone. It's hard to justify spending that much money on tickets for entertainment. That isn't something you have to have in your everyday life to survive and live to be okay.
Mhm.
So it's a tough sell, but they're confident. I guess they can do it for another year. And when it's all said and done, by the time we get to WrestleMania, we'll see if they were right or not." End quote. Okay, you know what? Matt is spot on here. Like I said, count to date, we are 38 days from night one of WrestleMania. Both nights are not sold out. This is not good.
Yikes.
Not
Yeah.
good. And there isn't a whole lot I can personally say because we talked about it a million times. But I thought that was interesting because Matt Hardy, it's with TNA. TNA is associated with WWE, and he's very brutally honest, and I can respect that about him. That he's being honest that, hey, it's a tough sell, not only going back the same market 2 years in a row, but these ridiculous prices.
Exactly.
Uh,
Like
I was just say, Pal, didn't you take us for this
it's
one?
like on my podcast, Brendan and I were looking at ticket prices on Ticketmaster.com for the Elimination Chamber, and there were still tickets available. Like we were just flicking through it, and some of the cheapest were like $200, and then some of the most expensive they were past 2,000. Like
Yeah, it was $8,500 for front row.
Exactly. Like, and I was on legit Ticketmaster.com, not a fake site, not anything. It was 100% legit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, like, some of the sections were full, but then the other sections, no. There was like a gap. There's like these kind of cracks in the walls, so to speak.
Which
And
meant
then
they
you're-
coughed the tickets.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for God's sake, you might as well just sell these tickets for like half price at this stage if you want to fill people in, you know?
I'll help a little bit, I would think, especially if they're somewhat lower to a reasonable price. But then again, are people going to pay for a lackluster product at this point?
Yeah, it's an absolute joke. I mean, you're charging out the back passage for these kind of prices, and as you said, like there's only less than 38 days to WrestleMania right now. things are looking so grim. I have never seen a badly booked WrestleMania in a long time.
Yeah.
Like you go back through the years and you start to see that a lot of the bad WrestleManias back then are a lot better than the ones of today, because at least they had stories. They had stuff going on.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
the thing is with this one, you have no idea what's going on. They're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping it sticks. You know, like they're not the dart player who is able to hit the bullseye and be like, "We're ready. We've got everything set." They don't, and I mean, God, I dread, checking the rest. Like, I mean, I know they're back in Vegas, right? How on earth is anyone going to afford those ticket prices? You can't, if you want the most expensive seat in the room, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, like $30K. Like, again, Brendan and I have said this many times. If you buy a ticket, right, and you go there, you should be bankrupt. You deserve to be bankrupt.
And they're part of the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And like, at least with Vince, he was about families. I mean, he always made sure that families could come to the shows. Like do good family package deals. Something fun for all the family that you could bring. I miss that. I really, really do, because Vince was never this greedy. Like in all the time I've known him, he was never greedy. He was never.
Well, he treated his employees like shit sometimes. I know even Vince Russo had a kid and he wouldn't give him time off, but with the fans, he always respected the fans.
Yeah.
I just look at him.
Fans or nobody.
Yeah, like I'm just talking in terms of like the fans and making sure they got good ticket prices. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah,
and it's and you just look at combined with like TKO, and I don't know what Triple H has to say in it, but like that's like I might as well just sell my right hand on the black market and see what I get for it.
Yeah, see if we get WrestleMania ticket prices to go. Tommy, your thoughts on Matt Hardy's comments, my friend?
Yeah, he's 100% right. I agree with everything Paladin said. And the biggest problem is there's no off season. If you go to Elimination Chamber and you pay that ticket, then you don't get an off season, to save your money so you can go to the Super Bowl. Like the NBA, they can sell out very expensive ticket prices and sell out because, maybe not every game, but for those playoff games, it gets expensive. But they're able to do that because there's 82 games and then eventually the season's over. Same thing with football, American football. When the season ends, everybody gets time to recuperate, save some money, and then, okay, maybe next year we'll go to the Super Bowl. But the problem with WWE, there's no off season. So when you're going back-to-back PLEs, because Mania's 2 nights now, so you're expecting people to show up for 2 nights. Some people, I only went for 1 night last year. And, I mean, it's just bad marketing. So that's all I got to say. What about you, Jerry?
Well, part of the problem this year with WrestleMania is some of their key wrestlers being injured, and now they got to do some other people. I mean, think about it. Yeah, Braun Breaker's out, and I knew for sure if he was healthy, he would be in the main event somehow. But, he's out. Seth, will he come back in time? It's a possibility, but, and you got Bronson Reed, he's out. And, yeah. And like I said, they only got 4 set matches, and that's the title matches.
Yeah, they have Drew and Randy as of now, Roman and Punk, then they have Rhea and Jade Cargill. So they only have 3, unless I'm missing one.
Liv and Steph.
Oh, right. So they have 4. So as of tonight, March 1st at 11:02 Central Time, that's what we got as of now.
Yeah,
and
then I'm pretty sure for the SmackDown tag team titles, the SST take on the 6-pack again.
Piss break match.
Yeah.
Well, that's speaking of piss break. I'm gonna do an impromptu question before I go to the next topic. And Paladin asked me this on the podcast, and I think this is a great question. From 38 days to WrestleMania, can it be saved? In my opinion, I say no. You need at least 5 months. You can't do it in 38 days unless you throw a fuck ton of money out to beg The Rock to come back and get involved, beg Austin to do a match, beg Taker to dust the trench coat off. I think the damage is done. Like, it's, for me, 5 months. You need 5 months to start building towards WrestleMania, not 38 days. So to answer Paladin's question, I say no. WrestleMania cannot be saved. It's done. The damage has been done. Tommy, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's no hype around it, dude. Like, I don't know. That's all I can say. There's no hype anymore, man. Like, Cena saved him last year with his retirement tour, and ever since then, they've had no original ideas.
Nope. They have not. It's gone down the shitter. Jerry, what do you think? Can WrestleMania be saved or no? They're fucked.
Yes, I think for sure WrestleMania can be saved. It's going to be perfect. Triple H is going to save the day at the last minute. He's going to do absolutely great.
Yeah, I'm a great booker. No, he's not. Paladin, let's get your take on this. Question.
Well, I suppose if everybody wasn't crippled to death, you might have a chance. But now, the way things are now, no. I've seen a lot of WrestleManias from 13 to say my last one 32. But some of them may have not been the best, but like at least you had stories and you had something to go with, and there was hype. You could still, I'd still put in my video on VHS tape or eventually a DVD player to watch.
Yeah.
And there was something there, but with this one, there's nothing. And they're in the same place, because they had John Cena, retirement tour. They at least had something. They have nothing now. And I suppose you could call this a bold prediction. Post WrestleMania, Triple H is slowly going to be kicked out because there is no way he's going to survive this. If you think that he's going to survive this, you are delusional.
Yep. And speaking of that, pal, I want to add on to that. For the times that we've been doing this show, something just hit me here. I have a conspiracy theory since they're going back to Vegas. Do you guys think another reason why they're not selling out is because the Las Vegas crowd felt like they got ripped off because The Rock never showed up or got involved? Especially, and there's footage of this, there was Rock t-shirts at the venue store, and on the t-shirt it said, finally The Rock has come back to Las Vegas. So many people thought we're going to see The Rock and Cena and Cody. So could that be another reason where Vegas fans felt like they got burnt? There's no Rock. They felt like they got scammed.
Man.
That false advertising. So could that be a reasoning as well?
I think so.
That could be.
Man, it's like getting blue balled, bro. It just sucks, man. Like,
if Braun could make it back in time, Breaker, make it a triple threat match, Punk, Roman, and Braun, I'd watch that.
Well, there's options there.
Punk is the only superstar they have right now, I think.
I think Punk and Roman are the main two.
Yeah.
We're Randy. You got to throw in Randy Orton at least. Because Randy's still there.
Yeah,
I guess those are
Randy
three.
Orton's going to make it number 15 at WrestleMania, but who will he be taking on? I'm still convinced Cody's going to win on Friday, and he'll take on Randy at WrestleMania, which would be interesting because they're friends. They've been enemies. Now they're back to being friends.
And they got history with the legacy back in the day.
But one wild card I think you had to consider is the wrestling janitor, Sami Zayn. Because he still wants the title shot. He wants his WrestleMania. And him and Cody's already had a SmackDown argument.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that's going to come into play.
I'm dead.
I might need to censor that, man.
Yeah.
What, wrestling janitor?
No, I don't. Did you see what Brandon did? He just hung himself.
Yeah, but like Jerry, like I understand you. You're
Yeah.
a Cody Rhodes. You're a Cody Rhodes fan, and more power to you. But are you
Not a
not
little bit, but
are you not getting sick and tired of this guy just constantly trying to steal the
yeah. But have
spotlight?
you noticed how much
I would be.
favoritism they've been showing? I mean, I knew he was going to lose at Royal Rumble. I knew Roman was going to win. I had that locked in, and then I was pretty convinced. When Drew ripped him off for the belt, which I was happy about that. It's about time Drew actually has it. I figured, okay, Cody's going to win Elimination Chamber. It'll be Cody and Drew. It'll be a great match. Oh, sorry, I fell asleep there.
Oh, yeah, Jerry, wake up, buddy. Wake up.
Yeah. So when he lost, I was stunned, especially how he lost. Which, I mean, we can talk about that on Friday, unless you've seen the Elimination Chamber. Because the crowd reaction is what I enjoyed.
Did they boo Cody in Chicago?
A little bit. See, well, I'll go ahead and reveal it. McIntyre was not supposed to interfere in the match at all. He promised.
But he did. I knew about that.
He come out and he got an RKO, which he only got a partial one because he got back up and he was, doing a little head thing. So then Cody gave him a crossroads, and Cody made the mistake of turning his back. And the minute he spun around, boom, he got RKO'd. The 1, the 2, the 3, and you could hear the crowd just go nuts.
Oh, they paused for Randy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay, my prediction did not come true.
We all predicted Cody for the men since it was almost too predictable. So I guess that's like the only curveball that we got. Hey, Chris says, I'm honestly hoping Randy finally wins. Yeah, it'd be nice if he wins.
And then, like I said, in the post-show, when Adidas come out and just went nuts, and then Drew come out and got in his face and kind of shoved him, I'm thinking, oh, okay, I see what's going to happen. He's going to strip him of the title, and they'll either keep it vacant until WrestleMania, and that means Cody would have to come in, or, and sure enough, Adidas like, well, you know what? You're going to wrestle him Friday for the title. So now I'm convinced Cody's going to win it. And then will it be Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania? Or will they throw in McIntyre and make it a 3-way?
Or
McIntyre for a whole month will be like, I got ripped off. I got this. I got that. Well, here you go. A 3-way match.
Yeah.
What I just thought of Cody there. There's 2 other options. This is what I'm aware of. Paladin Fillion. This one of the things that Cody's been doing that I'm aware of. He can have a match with Fatu, like Jacob Fatu, because Fatu did cost him the title, or on paper, me personally, I don't care for it, but on paper, it would make sense why if they do it. Cody versus Sami Zayn, because there was a segment on SmackDown where Cody got into it with Sami, and Cody says, Cody says something that was heelish. Like he was like, and that's why you'll never be the WWE champion.
And Sami snapped and he flipped over a table, and I was like, oh, the old Sami's coming back.
So if they do that, if they want to do an angle where Cody either turns heel and faces Sami, or Sami turns on Cody and helps Drew, okay, then there's something. That way Cody's not in the main event
that can happen too.
Yeah, not a bad idea if they do it. They could do that.
And then Adidas, as I like to call him, the cheap ass shoes. But anyway, he'll say, oh, you know what? Since you guys interfered, we'll make it a 4-way match at WrestleMania. And it'll be Sami Zayn, it'll be Cody, it'll be Randy, and it'll be Drew. And in a way, that would be interesting, because who would win?
Jey Uso. I mean, what?
Nah, he'll be getting another DUI. Yeah, he's busy as it is.
I'm in jail, Oos. DUI, I'm in jail, Oos.
Yeah, Oos. All right. Now, speaking of Oos, since we were talking about WrestleMania, okay, this blew me away. AJ Styles, on the night of his retirement, claims WrestleMania lost its luster. So AJ Styles was on the Raw Recap show, which is on the WWE's YouTube channel, commented on his decision why he decided to retire at the 2026 Royal Rumble, instead of WrestleMania. So AJ had this to say, and I quote, "It was coming back from an injury to WrestleMania to a match that didn't have me any built. And WrestleMania, listen, I'm sorry to say, used to be the most prestigious PLE or pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But to me, it has kind of lost its luster a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. I
But
tend
as
to
far,
agree.
yep. But as far as the Royal Rumble, that's special to me because that's where I made my debut. So to be able to end where I started in the company is poetic." End quote. Wow. You guys have a soon-to-be inducted Hall of Famer who was just a full-time member on the roster publicly saying on their YouTube channel that WrestleMania is no longer prestigious, doesn't have any of its luster. That is insane to me. And what that shows, AJ had the balls to say that, and he's
Yeah.
telling the truth. He's not lying.
No, you're right. No, it's
And-
true.
And do you guys remember last year around this time when you had Stephanie McMahon and the Walrus say that they booked the following WrestleMania in a year advance? Bullshit. Look at what we got last year, right? At WrestleMania, was it 41? And look at the shit we're getting before Elimination Chamber and towards Elimination Chamber.
Hi, Lady
Yeah,
Cat.
hey, Lady Cat. But yeah,
So-
sure, they booked the following year's WrestleMania in a year advance. My ass. And
Yeah.
here's a main question: what the hell happened to WrestleMania? Tommy, let's go to you.
It got too expensive and they stopped being creative, and the bad booking decisions, LA Knight should have had a main event by now. And, they had a moment with Karrion Kross there where he was going to be in Las Vegas, and that's where he's from. And you could have had the home crowd advantage. And they just never did anything with Karrion Kross either. And there's so many holes in the plot line that I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
It's sad. Mania used to be a huge fucking deal. It was the Super Bowl.
The
And
granddaddy
now
of them all.
now it's kind of mid.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
did.
Well, what do you think of AJ's quote? Him saying that on their own YouTube show.
Yeah, mad respect for AJ Styles keeping it real. He seems to be in touch with the community, internet wrestling community, and he hears what people are saying. I mean, how can you not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
So Jerry, how about you? Let's go to you, my friend.
Well, let's see. I think WrestleMania peaked 2 years ago when Cody finished his story. And last year's WrestleMania, night number 1, in my opinion, was excellent. Couple of screw-ups, but for the most part, 95% excellent. Night number 2, bleh.
As I told you, I took
I
a
mean-
gummy during night 2. I don't remember
Yeah,
night 2.
I mean, the Cena match, parts of the match itself was good. It was the finish. The Rock should have come out in some kind of capacity, either physically get involved or just show up and distract somebody, and then let Cena, do his nut punch and then pin Cody. That would have been better. But now
Yeah,
you
yeah.
had, I forget what that goof's name was.
Travis
came out.
Scott.
Boof.
Yeah,
Yawn.
they shit the bed on
Yeah.
that one.
Well,
Absolutely.
the Rock was in Philly, wasn't he? He was
Yeah.
in Philadelphia Super Bowl, but it was a year too late by then because he was supposed
Yeah.
to be at Vegas. So
And like I said, this year's WrestleMania, only 2 matches so far that interest me is Punk and Reigns. And I mean, I am a super huge CM Punk fan, it's no secret, but it wouldn't bother me to see Roman take that title off of him.
Mhm.
Because he's never had that championship and that style belt. That would look good on him.
yeah,
Hell,
Fair enough.
even Roman has said that.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
Stephanie Vakir and Liv Morgan. I figured Liv's going to win. And that's why I figured that Rodriguez would win the Elimination Chamber and knock out Jade Cargill. And then you'd start seeing the slow end of the Bad Judgment Day.
fair enough. Fair enough. Paladin, your thoughts on AJ's quotes and the question: what in the God's name ever happened to WrestleMania?
I mean, WrestleMania was always known as the showcase of the immortals, the granddaddy of them all. It was where careers were made. It was where those that were looking for their first big break, they got it. I mean, like my all-time favorite, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He became a star even though he lost to Bret Hart in that submission match. I think of, when The Undertaker won his second WWF title, I remember just so many great moments of old. But then, as time went on, it's like I just saw all these garbage WrestleManias. And I'm just sitting there going, how can they sit there with a straight face and say this is good? This is slop at its best. It's stuff I wouldn't even want to consume or eat. And even though Cody finished his story, after that, no one cared about him. It was a waste of time, space, and air. I mean, some fans got what they wanted, all right, but it was more than they bargained for because they got bored. They started to lose interest in, and then he lost the belt. I was like, thank bloody Christ! But it's like, he's like a bloody fly who won't go away. It's like, I don't want you in the title picture anymore. I am sick to death of you. Please go away. He's like that. He's like that bad itch. You just want it to go away and then move on with your life.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can do other things with them. Okay, it's time for us to move past Cody. He's had his time in the sun. We got to move forward. Not backward.
Yeah, and
It's like-
let us miss him a little bit. Put him off TV.
Yeah, put him like 3 months, repackage him, or he needs a character change really bad. Like, I'm not the biggest Cody fan, but I do see the appeal of him. He works hard. He's a good worker. He's professional.
Dusty Rhodes.
Son of Dusty Rhodes. He's got wisdom. He's got a family legacy. He can be a mark at times, but I would say for the people back there, he's a lot more, I'd say, level-headed than a lot of those people.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the problem with Cody, in my opinion, you want him to finish the story. Then when he did beat Roman, it became, okay, now what would we do? What's next? They didn't have any long-term plans for him, and the crowd right away saw we're not going to get Cody and Randy when that was the one match people wanted to see. Yeah, we got Cody and AJ. That was fun. Then after that, they stuck him back with the bloodline without Roman, and he kept going and going and going and going.
Man.
And it was almost the same old shit. Then it got to the point where people were just getting sick of it. It just wasn't working. And that's not on Cody. Cody probably was thinking, okay, I'm trying to do the best, but you're giving me shit material to work with here. So not all of it's Cody. It was the creative that he was getting. And unfortunately, I feel like in a way he was sabotaged. That he didn't, and he had a chance to be a solid babyface champion, in my opinion. They just didn't have long-term creative. All they focused on was him winning the belt and nothing, no chapter 2 planned. Well, when you look at Stone Cold Steve Austin, for example, when he won the belt at WrestleMania 14, it was like, okay, we know what's going to happen next. Mr. McMahon said the week prior he does not want Austin to be the champion. Okay, how is he going to respond? You've seen what happened after WrestleMania. He stunned Vince and got arrested. Then you knew, like, okay, Vince is going to do whatever in his power to make sure Austin does not stay the champion, while Austin is going to do everything in his power to keep the belt. You have people interested. Yeah, so you have something that kept the people interested, which is another reason why Austin's reign did not fall flat, where Cody's reign did fall flat.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it. Like, there is something there with him as a character, but he definitely needs a character change. And him as a champion, it doesn't draw unless they put him in situations people can get behind him in. And then again, it's not all on him. It's on the creative. It's on the Heymans, the Hayes, the James, the Pritchards, the Triple H's. They're not helping them. They're not helping anyone. And then, my opinion, but kind of a fact as well, because there's numbers to back it up that show Cody's reign dipped. And it is unfortunate because I felt like he had potential.
Yeah,
In my
he's very talented, bro. They can still do something. Like Roman
Yeah.
Reigns was gone for 3 months shooting a movie. Let Cody Rhodes go away. Let him do something. Focus on your podcast if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, rest up, like
Take some
rest
time
your back
off.
up. Yeah, spend time with Brandy. Give her back
Yeah.
a rest. Maybe do a project one day, a project.
Yeah.
We'll
Spend
bring
some
back
time with
3.
your daughter.
Yeah, like go home for 3 to 4 months. We'll bring you back. The people will be able
Yeah.
to see you. Then yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
With all due respect, just go away. you know.
Yeah.
All right, now let's go to the next one here. Okay, so we talked about the CNN article where they confirm Warner Brothers Discovery has a minority stake in AEW. You guys remember that? Speculation grows that WBD could own as much as 25% of AEW. While speaking on his 83 Weeks podcast on February 21st, Eric Bischoff addressed the ongoing conversation about Warner Brothers Discovery's minority stake in AEW. He made it clear he believes there's more to the story than what's publicly reported. Eric had to say, and I quote, I mean, the spin, the distortion, the lies by omission with regard to probably every wrestling organization at some point, and probably every business at some point, that's just the normal course of business. I'm not surprised. Eric then talked about the widely discussed $185 million per year AEW media deal and the reports that Warner Brothers Discovery's ownership under 5% is under questioning, whether that numbers reflect the full picture. Eric had to say, it's like the nonsense with AEW and the $5 million a year contract. Did he hear about Time Warner owned a percentage of AEW? Now it's out that it's under 5%. Here's my other prediction. When it's all said and done, and we may never know unless there's a merger or acquisition that forces the issue, I suspect the equity is somewhere between 20 to 25%, not the 2% or the 3% or whatever number has been released online for the internet wrestling community to run with. You look at the dots, you look at the little pieces of information, you look at patterns over time. There was a reason why CNN and Warner released information about Warner's position in AEW last week. It wasn't necessarily bad. It didn't smell good. It didn't smell bad. It just smelled different. I think there's more to that than meets the eye. I suspect there's more involvement from Time Warner and AEW than we've been led to believe or what's really available to the public. I think they own more than we've been told. Maybe it's 5%, but we all know there are ways to structure things. There are generally accepted accounting principles. There are ways to account for equity in different forms. I don't know anything for certain, but I know what I went through at Turner. I saw how things worked. We'll see what happens. I've been 98% correct so far. Maybe this is the one that takes me down. Who knows? We'll find out eventually. Hopefully we'll find out. End quote. So do you guys think Bischoff is onto something about WBD's stake in AEW, or could it be all speculation? And Paladin, let's start with you on this one.
That's a bold claim to make. 25%. I mean, it's a bit of an over-exaggerated number because I was saying on the podcast that, it could be, or it could be a lot less, maybe 10% max. But 25% is pushing it.
That's a quarter at that point.
Yeah. I mean, 25%. I couldn't imagine it. I mean, if it were true, I'd be shocked. But I would just be in the realm of maybe max 10%. If they own that much. Like, Bischoff saying, 25%. That's a stretch.
That's fair. Tommy, how about you?
Yeah, I mean that's like the risk you take when you go with the industry, because you stop owning yourselves. AEW went from being independent to getting a streaming deal, and now they're almost as big as WWE, if not their only competitor in the United States. And when you go public and you're a stock market exchange group and you have multiple owners, like yeah, it's just like too many cooks in the kitchen, and I can't really speak about the Ted Turner stuff. Jerry could talk more about that, but nowadays, when you're owned, man, and
Yeah.
it is reliable money because you have multiple investors, but what does that come with? I don't know. What is that? What are the pros and cons to that? I think, you know, um, who is it that we were talking about? Michael Hayes, or who said what?
Bischoff, Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, Bischoff has a point. Like, I don't know the specific numbers, but yeah, I don't know. But that's all I got, man.
Jerry?
Well, like Tommy said, this is kind of scary if you honestly think about it. Because Time Warner, what did they do almost, 20 years ago? 40?
Let's see here. So
30, no, 30
25
years.
years ago.
it'll be 30 years next year's November.
Because if it wasn't for, for a while, Billionaire Ted was the only thing that kept WCW from being eliminated by Time Warner. But after that one major merger, that took, Billionaire Ted off the board.
Yep.
And
Yep, that was the true death of WCW, was that merger.
And if they're doing this again, I mean, is Time Warner actually going to keep wrestling this time? I mean, did they learn their lesson from the last time?
Yep. And Jerry, I want to add on to yours. Look, okay, yes, WCW's dying days. Yes, mind you, they were not beating Raw. Like, Nitro was not beating Raw in the ratings. But if you look at Nitro in 2001, they're doing more viewers than AEW right now.
Yeah.
So could Time Warner executives, along with Warner Brothers Discovery executives, look at, okay, we got rid of wrestling in 2001, but when we got rid of them, they're doing this. We have wrestling again, like we're back associated with it, but they're doing less than what we had in 2001. They might wonder, oh, fuck, we wasted our money on this? So, no, Jerry, I didn't think of it like that because of the past. That could maybe be, this is dangerous for AEW, and they probably either don't know it yet, they probably never thought of it.
Because the one thing that keeps AEW afloat is Khan and his money.
Yeah, Nick and Tony and Shahid.
Yeah. But like I said, if you can get, if Time Warner can get more and more stock, that's not going to matter.
No, because they get more ownership. Especially, in my opinion, if they, let's say, like what Paladin was saying there, if they get more than 25, no, sorry, let me rephrase that. If they get 25% or even more, that's where it's going to be more problematic for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if investors pull out, then you're losing all that money that you're not making with ticket sales. So
Yep, and that's where AEW is struggling.
Excuse to...
Yeah, that's dangerous. We'll just see, and especially if you guys remember, last year Netflix bought Warner Brothers and got the properties. They're supposed to be doing a merger at the end of this year. So that's another question. Will Netflix air AEW on their streaming platforms?
Ooh, well, the problem is right now they got that deal with WWE.
Exclusive, right? Exclusivity for 5 years, I believe.
Yeah. And I mean, would WWE be willing to stand for something like that?
Knowing their ego, you would think, okay, we will, but we want to cut. You think they would, if they're smart, they would allow it because they could say, okay, since we were here first, we want to cut since we had a deal. But no, they're not going to think that. They're like, nope. Then that means where are they going to go? Are AEW going to be exclusive on YouTube like other promotions, or are they going to try to somehow find another network?
Maybe. See, doubtful would be Peacock because Peacock's got WWE in their back pocket as well.
Yep. Well, unless Peacock wants to stick it to WWE, because WWE fucked over Peacock in their contract.
True. I see right there, right?
Yeah.
Peacock or maybe even Paramount Plus might be willing to give them a try. Maybe Hulu
or Tubi is another one,
or Disney Plus or D-.
Yeah, D-. Yeah. For those who don't know about the Peacock story, so WWE had a contract with Peacock. It was supposed to expire this year's April after WrestleMania. It was supposed to be right after it. But what happened was during the summer, around July of last year, WWE went behind their backs, negotiated a deal with ESPN to host PLEs. And this pissed off Peacock because WWE, in a way, was a breach of contract. Peacock was livid that they did that. So Peacock, instead of suing them, said, okay, fuck you. We're going to take your guys' shit off with very little to no warning off our platform.
Yep.
That way you're fucked in the US and you got to find somewhere else to host your library.
For what is it? I think Saturday night's main event is about the only thing see on Peacock, if my memory's correct.
No, you're right. They took off SmackDown and they're about to take off NXT.
And see, I wish Netflix would pick up SmackDown. That way I could actually watch the whole show.
Right, that's right. For you guys in the States and Europe, you don't get SmackDown on Netflix. We do. In Canada. I wish we get the entire library. Nitro, Thunder, ECW. We don't. Yeah, we get the bone. We do.
Must be nice.
Not really. 'Cause I like Peacock, minus the censoring that they did on some of the shit there. But all right, now let's go to something interesting here that we all been talking about it. Vince McMahon quietly exploring WWE buyback with Saudi backing. Jonathan Coachman on his Coach and Bro show with Vince Russo
Shout
on
out.
February 20th. Yeah, give a shout out to those two because they've been talking about it for months and people are looking at them like they're crazy. On February 23rd on the Coach and Bro show, Coach was discussing the possibility. He claimed things may already be in motion. Coachman said the following, and I quote, "It's all over the place that Vince, in a silent way, has now started talking with the Saudis to start engaging with TKO about buying the WWE back, and he would be somewhat of a silent partner." I saw it on the dirt sheets, and I was like, do you really believe it? But then my source reached out to me today, and he confirmed that it's actively going around at the company and around TKO that those talks are starting right now. End quote. Like I said, Coachman Russo been talking about this for months. We have talked about it, saying it could be a possibility. Now that Vince McMahon and the Janelle Grant situation is starting to be finished in June, and if it's done, he's clear, doesn't have to worry about it anymore. He could. If they're going to do it, what's happening next year, WrestleMania? They're going to Saudi. That could be where they announce it, that Vince McMahon bought it back, and now he's back in power. So I got a two-parter question here. We'll do part one first. We'll go in a circle here. Part one, do you guys see that Vince McMahon being a possibility, buying WWE back with Saudi backing? And let's start with you, Tommy.
Somehow Palpatine returned. Lord.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, I'm back.
Good.
Yeah, but what are we talking about? He has mind tricks, manipulating backstage talent. Is this related? Could we get into that later? But as far as Vince McMahon coming back with the Saudis to buy WWE back, I'm all for it, man. I don't know how much of a silent partner he could be because he's so famous. Like, you have to put him on TV if he comes back. Yeah, it'd be fun, man. I'll be right back though. I gotta put some sugar in my coffee, but it's actually it's this shit. It's not real sugar, you know. It's the fake sweetener crap.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, we'll continue here. All right, Paladin, part one of the question. Do you see Vince McMahon buying WWE back with Saudi backing being a possibility?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look what he's had to endure. I mean, first it was how John Cena was treated.
Hogan.
Then the death of Hogan, R.I.P. Then you just see how, Stephanie and Triple H threw him under the bus.
Yep.
Then you had a lot of high prominent names turn up at his 80th birthday party last year. And, the Janelle Grant case is coming to an end, slowly but surely. His eyes are they're fixated on his company. Like, that's his baby. That's something that he built from the ground up and made huge. And he's seeing like Triple H and his little minions destroy it. Mm-hmm. He's going to come back there with a vengeance. And anyone back in that locker room, I would be very, very nervous because playtime will be over.
Yep,
Because
back to work.
yeah, because that's what Vince is all about. You get back to work, and I don't want to hear any complaints out of you. It's either you do it or you're out the door.
Yeah.
You know.
And Jerry, before we go to you, Chris says, I hope so because I'm getting sick and tired of Triple H and his stubborn jackass booking. I know most of you can share the sentiment. Oh, absolutely, we can.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry. Same question to you. Part one.
Well,
Can
as a
Vince McMahon
Sith
buy
Lord
WWE?
myself,
Yes, the Sith Lord. I knew you'd like that.
I can say one thing for sure. If it does happen, this is what I'd love to see and hear on Monday Night Raw. Triple H is in the ring. Out comes Vince. Vince gets in the ring, looks him right in the eyes, grabs the microphone, and goes, "Son-in-law, you're
fired." I had to do that. Yeah, I would
And
love
he's
that
gone.
too.
And then he'll leave the ring, and then that'll be the last you'll see Vince on TV.
Yeah.
But he'll be silently making all the decisions.
And not
and
being an
that-
on-air character. Yeah,
That would be perfect.
that would
And
be
it's-
bad. I can.
And if you think about it with current WWE status, that is a possibility.
Yeah, that could be.
I mean-
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Because then the trick is, though, in real life, what would happen between Vince and Triple Net Zero?
Well, that goes to part two of my question because I write this down. But I thought of this on Paladin's show. Okay, let's say Vince came back. Do you guys see he keeps Pritchard, James, Heyman, Hayes, Triple H around when they were supposed to be the ultimate loyalist Vince guys, but they stuck around. They stayed when he got, accused and was let go. They never went to bat for him. So do you see him keeping Bruce Pritchard, Brian James, and Paul Heyman, Michael Hayes? Or would he say, no, you guys fucked me over. You didn't stick up for me. You didn't go to bat for me. Why should I keep you guys around? I don't trust you. You're gone. So, Jared, I'll go to you first. Do you think he'll release those people because he felt like they betrayed him? Or do you think he'll keep them around?
I figured he'll probably fire Triple H and downgrade him to something else. Like, regulate him to training, maybe even helping out Shawn Michaels on NXT, behind the scenes.
Okay.
He may keep Pritchard, because Pritchard's, like you said, had been in his back pocket since the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah, he's been out for years.
Heyman, I figure, will keep his job. He'll weasel his way in. Do, 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 do.
Yeah. If I may, there, sir, while you were gone there, sir, I became a beautiful woman, Paulina Heyman,
But-
there, kind sir. I can
Michael
do things for you.
Hayes,
Do.
I mean, he was brilliant in his time, but time's up. And guess
Yeah, he
what?
used to go. He's fair enough. All right. Paladin, how about you? Do you see him firing those people for staying when he didn't and didn't go to bat with him? Or that he'll keep them?
Like, if you've been a Vince loyalist, but you've always stuck with him, he was going to respect that. But if you get the knife and you backstab him, he doesn't forget. This elephant does not forget what you did to him. And he should be firing them out the door. I could see the walrus, somehow clinging to dear life, but yeah, but Vince is a ruthless guy. I'll tell you that much. Vince is ruthless. And, he's the guy that'll stop at nothing to ensure that everything's kind of back to the way it was,
Yeah, absolutely. Right before we go to you, Tommy, Chris says, I think Hunter is best fit for a producer role because he has good production on the shows, I admit. I'll be honest with Triple H. He would be bad as a producer, but in my opinion, I think he'd be a better trainer at the Performance Center, helping training the men and women.
Yeah.
I think he'd be better at that, in my opinion. But if it's going to be just producer only and not have any hand in creative, okay, it's not a bad fit for him. Like, it's not going to hurt. But Tommy, how about you?
Yeah, I
Same
mean,
question to you.
I'd
Like
love
Vince will give him.
for I'd love for Daddy to come home. You know, the Sith Lord. It'd be
Yeah,
nice, but I'll believe it when I see it, bro. You know,
Tommy, Daddy's back. Give me a high five. I miss you, bro. But do you think he'll fire Pritchard, Hayes, Heyman, and Ryan James for not sticking up for him, and they stayed when he got booted, or he'll keep him around?
I could not confirm or deny that. You know, I know they have history. They used to be tight. I don't know relationships. If that bridge is burned and there's no saving it, because yeah, like Paladin said, the elephant doesn't forget what you did to him, and it's like everybody was throwing him under the bus. Like, oh yeah, he did that shit. Like nobody was really sticking up for him.
Only
And
like Cena, that was it. I think Cena, Randy, Rock. Fuck, who else? What's the ones I could think offhand?
maybe Stone Cold, maybe.
Possibly Austin. Yeah, I can see him sticking up for him.
But
Unless, yeah.
yeah, with like Triple H, like he's family now, so I don't know if he's gonna get a major demotion, but he needs a demotion. He
Yeah.
can't be the booker. But if he goes to producer, it would maybe that would stroke his ego a little bit. So
Yeah, he's more suited for that.
yeah.
Or a trainer, like I mentioned. We'll be better at that.
Well, trainer seems like a really big downfall. Like I feel like they got other guys for that, like Robert Roode. I think like they have other guys
Oh,
that can
yeah.
train people.
Well, I mean, like with Triple H, he could not so much do the physical part because of his heart condition, but he could be more like a speaker.
Yeah, like a promo coach class. Like, he's not a bad talker if he's not doing
Yeah.
20-minute promos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, a coach with the headset on, but
yeah.
Yeah.
See that there, perfect.
Yeah, that way it's not
WWE
booking
is
and all that. Oh, absolutely. Then I'll give Andy Rue a phone call. Hey, I know you're working for JCW, but we need a fifth writer. You interested? We'll pay you. Might as well.
No, we want Vince to come here. Be the
That's what I'm
writer for our show.
That's why I said, Vince, I know you're ready for JCW, but can you be our fifth or sixth? We'll pay you to write from home. But if he says, yeah, bro, let's talk about pay. I'm like, okay, guys, we're saving the business. And we'll go to a strip club and celebrate.
oh
All right.
yeah.
So for the topic that Tommy brought up, okay, this is the one I forgot to write down. So I don't know if you have it or Paladin, do you have the Mr. Kennedy quote that he did still?
Oh yeah, about the Jedi mind tricks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you grab that, Chris had to say, I say demote Triple H and bring in Shawn Michaels to book the main roster. It'll be interesting to see what Shawn would do. Like, would it hurt?
Wow,
Yeah.
never thought of that.
Yeah, why not? Like, it wouldn't hurt.
Oh,
That's Paladin's looking for that. Yeah, just the one I write down, but that's just looking for. I'll give him the background. So Mr. Anderson, Mr. Kennedy, whatever you want to call him, he was on his own podcast
Oh,
and he
yeah,
was talking
I
about.
got it, yeah, I got it.
All right, so Paladin, take it away, my friend.
All right, so speaking on his Mic Check podcast on February 21st, so he broke down what it was like to have a meeting with Vince McMahon himself. So he said, and quote, I've heard several wrestlers say you can stand outside Vince McMahon's office, go in there with one mindset, it's my way or the highway. He fucking Jedi mind tricks you every time. You'd be like, I'm going to say this, this, and this. All right, here we go. You go in and say, hey, Vince, listen, I think blah, blah, blah. Vince would say, well, you don't actually want it to be that way. Then you go, uh-huh. He would describe and explain it in a way where you'd go, yeah, that makes sense. It makes sense in why I should continue to do the things the exact same way I'm doing them right now. Okay, cool. Vince would be like, you feel better? You'd say, yeah, I do. You shake his hand and walk out the door. And as soon as you cross the threshold, you're like, fuck, he did it again, end quote.
You will shut the fuck up. Doesn't mind you know what? Him and Paul Heyman, this is what both have in common. Both Vince and Paul are really good at like talking to somebody if they're not feeling like a character or a storyline idea, and they talk to them about it and they convince them why this may work and how they can get behind it. They're
Show
both
them
really
passion.
good. Yeah, like they're both very good at that. But I guess Vince just like what Mr. Candy was talking about, Vince is really good at that. Like you're planning kind of say this, but once he sits down and talks to you, I think, oh, okay, I understand. Then who knows? Maybe he's an actual Jedi for all we know. We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I think it's because he's good at talking to people and convincing people that this may go over and work. That's my take on it. Because I would say, I think he is a Jedi. I believe Vince has a cloning facility. He's going to outlive us all. He's got like many clones. Like he's going to live till like the year 5080. Like he's here forever.
Yes.
So
The
he's
immortal
smart.
emperor.
He's the immortal. I know Hulk Hogan is immortal, but truly, it's the immortal Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Yeah, so he's gonna be around forever, and Vince could be a Jedi, but no, I think he's just smart. Like he knows how to talk to people and convince people.
No, yeah, I just saw that in your notes you sent me, so I wanted to see what that was about because I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. Because that's the one I forgot to write down. I'm glad Paladin kept it.
Oh yeah, good shit, boys.
And that was all the topics I sent both of y'all for Friday and tonight's show. And I do have some topics saved. I want to save them for Fridays.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, especially like I said, I got a lot to say about Elimination Chamber because I had a lot of predictions and only 2 of them came true. That was AJ Lee winning. I figured that was going to happen. And although secretly I was hoping Finn Balor was going to pull off a little bit of an upset.
Same here.
It didn't happen. So
no, I go over it's my hometown. Yeah, so we'll do. We'll definitely go over Elimination Chamber. Because tonight. Well, I guess is today Monday. No, today's Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday, so we'll get stories for what happened at Raw. We have the SmackDown stuff with Cody and Drew. We'll have more topics that'll probably come in. And I'll send to both Paladin and Tommy. So both shows will be even more stacked. Because I guarantee you, now we're done with Chamber. We're on to WrestleMania. More shit's going to happen. So both shows are going to be stacked on Friday, for sure.
There's a WrestleMania?
What's up?
There's a WrestleMania?
Oh, not yet, pal. Not yet, pal. Matter of fact, no, we're going to do the finger poke of doom.
Because I'm still looking for all those other writers. I just don't know where the
one's in Colorado. Listen, one's in Colorado. A former WWE writer teaches university in Florida. That's Ed Ferrara. Oh, what we got here? Though not so much of Heyman because in 2002, Vince found out Paul was about to screw up a Brock by replacing with Kurt Angle. I don't know what you mean, Chris. You'll have to elaborate on that. Did I read it wrong? Hang on. Thought not so much with Heyman because back in 2002, Vince found out Paul was about to screw over Brock by replacing with Kurt Angle. Like in a storyline or like behind the scenes? I'm not really too sure about that.
Could have been a little of both if you think about it, because at that time, Brock was brand new, unproven, and Angle was already established. So,
and didn't Big Show end up screwing him over? Like Heyman
Paul
ended
did.
up, Heyman ended up
Survivor
winning
Series.
Big Show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then Paul screwed over Big Show at Armageddon, sided with Angle.
Behind-
Okay, Chris is behind the scenes.
Who hasn't Heyman screwed? But anyway, I digress.
Women.
Oh, okay.
No, he's a sugar daddy, bro. You should see his Instagram. He's always posting these magazines. I don't know if he owns them or what, but he's got all these like titty models he's promoting.
I mean, think about it. He's went from Roman Reigns to CM Punk to Seth.
Yep.
Effed up Rollins.
Just in this decade, he's already
Brock
And now
Lesnar
he's
back and
doing
forth.
As I affectionately call him, the dim vision.
yeah.
Brock Lesnar a couple times, in and out with him.
Yeah, he's still in and out with Lesnar.
Yeah, the dim bit. He's a cheap whore that goes around to.
He's a swinger. He's a swinger,
Yeah, he's a cheap whore. Yeah, the fat walrus whore. If I may, there, sir, can I offer you my services? And they use his services until they're sick of him, and they get rid of him. It's only a matter of time for Logan Paul and Austin. They're like, nah, man, we're into netted, we're into women. Maybe you can just go over there.
Go away.
Yeah, your breath smells like Darth Vader's ass. Can you go away, please? Hey.
Thank you, lady.
Thank you,
Hello,
Lady.
Lady Cat.
Well, we'll just have to see. Like I said, 38 days WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to the 2 shows on Friday. See what other topics come out. Then I'll start getting
Mhm.
notes ready. See what happens. If either hear from somebody, I'll let you guys know. If Tony can do one, let us know. Then we can try to impromptu
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I gotta. If we could get some guests, I'll work on that. But yeah, let's wrap it up here, man. Brendan, you want to tell us where you can find you?
All right, guys. I am on X at Catman580 and also my YouTube channel, Catman580, which is my wrestling channel. And my video game channel on YouTube is the Catman580. And I'm also on Instagram, same name, Catman580. I just don't use it a lot. And I'm on patreon.com/RussoTWC once a month. Come on by, check us out. You get a free week. And those are my plugs.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
You can find me on X and Instagram under my name, Jerry D. Sills. You also can find me on Rumble very exclusively as Thanos Jerry. And you also find me on YouTube.
Cool. Paladin.
All right, you can follow me on X at Real Paladin 1991. You can also follow me on twitch.tv/The Paladin of Light, where I'm currently doing the Holy Soldiers podcast at the moment. It does feel good to be back, just doing a bit of streaming there every Friday. So, yeah, be sure to check me out there. Hit that follow button so you get notified of when I'm going live. And yeah, that's me.
And
Beautiful. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jerry.
And oh yeah, speaking of which, on this, I think it's either going to be the 17th or 24th of March. I will be on Mr. Burger's show doing poetry.
Hell yeah! Shout out, Mr. Burger. He's
Yeah,
got
absolutely.
a great YouTube following. They're
I
killing
can't
it
forget-
over there.
Can't forget Boss Man Burger because Master Hobo works for him. I sort of work for him.
Yeah, you're a part-time worker, Jerry.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chris, about the Heyman thing we are just talking about, just read that quickly.
Yeah.
The Heyman comment was something I heard from a colleague, Brendan and Paladin, and mine's made from the stream she had yesterday. Ah, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Right, from last night.
That
And,
wouldn't surprise me.
Thank you for everyone for checking in. I know we did an impromptu show as we were busy over Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
Tommy was at the Juggalo weekend show. I
Whoop,
got hit with a
whoop.
nasty
Yeah.
cold, so I was out for 2 days.
Yeah,
So
he
we-
was busy, all right.
Yeah, so,
yeah.
yeah, we'll do that off the air here. But thanks for tuning in for another episode of Irish
You
Whips and
two
Arm
got the
Drags.
jar.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Here, I'm trying to do the close here. Damn it.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Irish Whips and Arm Drags. Look at that. I need to turn my bicep. Until then, we'll see you next Friday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
And
Peace.
Stephanie's got the last.
Subscribe to Irish Whips and Arm Drags.
Hell yeah.
All right. We off the air?